And good morning to you. It's just a day away from Christmas. Today is the 24th of December 2024. And if you're like me, we're as thankful as we could ever be because God has been good. And I know that you cannot deny that. Merry Christmas to you. And today, like I promised yesterday, I'm going to open the phone lines, give you the opportunity to call and wish your loved ones a Merry Christmas. And please, when you call, reduce the volume on your TV set and make it brief so that, other people can also get the opportunity to. I want to know from you what your plans for Christmas this year is, what you have been doing, if you intend traveling to your hometown for Christmas. Remember that song that is usually today that people pack their bags. And, I think it's Kecho coming up here. I hope I'm not wrong. Yes, but usually it's on the 24th that people pack their things to go to their hometown. So I'll be opening the phone lines on Inside Out this morning. Call me, wish someone a Merry Christmas. It could be me, but you don't have to worry about me. You need to wish someone a Merry Christmas. And from us, the entire team here at GH today, we wish all of you a Merry Christmas. Right. This morning we'll be, like I said, on Inside Out, we'll be talking Christmas. And then a little later when my guests join me, we'll get into the details. Today will probably be the last time we're having a proper political conversation on the show because tomorrow is Christmas Day, Thursday is Boxing Day. We'll take it easy. Friday, my usual guests will join me on the show, the journalists. We'll look at what has happened. And then we have other conversations coming up. We'll be talking to the MP-elect for Asante Achim North. Remember, on Voters Connect, we went to that constituency to engage him and the constituents, and he emerged winner for that constituency as an independent candidate. And something that surprised many people. We'll be having a conversation with him. We'll ask him how he did it, what his plans are, if he intends to caucus with the NDC or the NPP. We'll get into the details of all of that. And so you're welcome to the show. I am Serwaa, Amihere, and I want to hear from you. In fact, if you're unable to call to send your Christmas wishes, please, you can tweet them at me using the hashtag GHToday. If today's your birthday, happy birthday to you. You were born a day before Jesus was born. Happy birthday to anyone who is celebrating their birthday. You can equally send the birthday wishes and I will read them live on air for you. You're welcome once again to the show. We're streaming on Facebook, on X and on YouTube. Let's begin with our quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is by Ronald Reagan, and he says, "Peace is not the absence of conflict. It is the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means." Peace is not the absence of conflict. It is the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means. So it is how you're able to handle situations and circumstances that come your way that guarantees peace. So that is our motivation for you this morning as you go about your day. Remember that if you're looking for peace, which I know a lot of us are looking for, people wake up in the morning, people wake up at dawn to pray for peace. Pray for the ability to handle situations as they come, be able to deal with it, and that guarantees you a lot of peace, most definitely, and I can tell you from experience. Right, let's now bring you our word of the day.
Today's word is EUPHORIA. Euphoria. It's a noun. Euphoria means a feeling of intense happiness and excitement that usually lasts a short time. Let's exemplify it. Due to the upcoming election, the euphoria surrounding Christmas can't be felt. Euphoria.
Right, so that is our word of the day. It's an old word, but it doesn't matter. Learn a new word or two. I don't know if you can feel the euphoria, the Christmas euphoria. I don't know if you can, but I certainly can. Everywhere you go, on land, on social media, everywhere, you feel people really having a good time, And then there's me who has to sleep early because I have to wake up early to come to work. So I'm not feeling the euphoria, But yeah, that's just by the way. Let's now bring you our video of the day. the song of the day. Enjoy yourself, really. I mean, I know some of you are waiting to eat chicken and, whatnot, but enjoy every day, even if you have like eggs, whatever it is. Make every day count. Basically, that's all we are trying to tell you. Yes, Christmas is a time to celebrate. We all look forward to Christmas, but don't wait till Christmas to enjoy. Make sure you enjoy every day in your own little way. Yeah, whichever way. If it means listening to music, taking a drive, taking a vacation, just make sure that you're enjoying yourself one way or the other. And I hope that you enjoyed that one by Wuta. Very, very good song. Very, very good song. And I'll definitely love to, dance to it again. And that is our video of the day. Hope that you enjoyed it. Now, coming up is Inside Out. And I told you that on Inside Out this morning, I want to give you the opportunity to call and wish your loved ones a Merry Christmas. Call me, tell me what your plans are for Christmas. We haven't gotten to the part where we talk about New Year resolutions yet. On Friday, I'll give you the chance to do that. On Friday, we will talk extensively about New Year resolutions and whether or not people are still making resolutions. But for today, call me, tell me what your Christmas plans are. Wish someone a Merry Christmas. Share with me how your year has been, what your fondest memories of Christmas is. Call me. The phone lines numbers are displayed on your screen right now. Please, when you call, reduce the volume on your TV set. I know that it's nice to hear yourself speak on TV, but when you do that, I cannot hear you, and the viewers at home certainly cannot hear you as well. So when you call, reduce the volume on your TV set. Make your wishes, your comments, everything that you have to say to me, make it very brief so that others can also get the opportunity to call. So the phone lines displayed on the screen, please call me. And you can wish me a Merry Christmas also. After all, I've been wishing you a Merry Christmas from the beginning of this week, even last week. So once again, if you just tuned in, this is GH Today. Merry Christmas to you and yours from the entire team. And I pray that you keep smiling into next year and the whole of next year. Call me, wish someone a Merry Christmas. Maybe today's someone's birthday. Wish them a happy birthday or something. Tell me what your Christmas plans are, whether you're going to your village to celebrate Christmas. Do people actually do that still? Travel to the village? Well, I know some two people who are going to the village, this year, but I don't know if it's still a thing. But I have my first caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Tell me your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Sadat. I'm calling from Praso.
Hi, Sadat.
Hello, Serwaa.
Yes, let's hear you.
Merry Christmas to you this morning.
Merry Christmas, Sadat.
I'm just calling to wish you a Merry Christmas, and I want to tell you that you're looking good this morning.
Thank you, Sadat. Merry Christmas to you too, and thanks for the call. We have another call on the line. Hello, good morning. Merry Christmas.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. I'm calling from Nungwa.
Right. Merry Christmas to you. Let's hear you.
Yeah. I also wish you a Merry Christmas. My name is Isaac Wonder.
All right, Isaac.
And also, I want to take this opportunity to... hello?
Yes, Isaac, I can hear you.
Okay. I want to take this opportunity to thank God for your life, for the wonderful job you have done so far. And may God bless you. And also, I also wish my entire family a happy and a wonderful Merry Christmas.
Thank you so
may
much.
God bless you and may God bless all of us. And yet,
Amen.
We shall be alive to call a day to wish you and to wish my family and my loved ones
Amen.
and my friends as well.
Amen.
Happy
Certainly.
And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, that's fine.
Thank you, Isaac.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. And I love Isaac's prayer for me as well, actually. Thank you all so much. You guys are so thoughtful. We have another call on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Serwaa. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing great too.
Let's hear from you.
Okay, my name is Peter. I'm calling from Achimota. I want to wish a very big Merry Christmas to my mom, who has gone through a lot this year, and to all Achimota staff, and to all the GHOne staff. Have a Merry Christmas.
We have another call on the line. Hello, good morning. Merry Christmas. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Serwaa.
Yes, good morning. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to all of us. We thank God for giving us life to be able to see the end of 2024.
Right, certainly. Please speak up a bit. Hello.
Hello, and we hope that better days are ahead for all of us coming 2025.
It's a very good prayer that better days ahead for all of us, especially going into 2025. But you know what? When you're praying, don't give up on the year yet, because even on the last day of the year, something great can happen that will change your life forever. So yes, better days ahead of us, even tomorrow. You know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, before we get into the new year. But Merry Christmas to you. Thank you. And I wish all of you a happy, fulfilling, prosperous, and exciting new year. We have another call on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Serwaa.
Yes.
Hi.
I'm doing very well. Merry Christmas to you.
And Merry Christmas to you.
Tell us your name, where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm calling from the north.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's
And
hear you.
Merry Christmas to the President-elect and to my honorable MP, Honorable Prof. Hamza Adam, and to my own boss, Mr. Alhassan Namba. Yeah, he is from Kumongo. His site in Accra. So I wish everybody Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm sure that they wish you the same. We have another call on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Merry Christmas. Thank you for calling. Tell us your name, where you're calling from.
Merry Christmas to you. My name is Timon, calling from Asante Mabubu.
Okay. Oh, your MP will be coming to the studio this morning.
Yeah. This morning I want to wish my beloved wife, my beloved wife Sandra Amate, a Merry Christmas. I cherish her a lot, and I do love her. We have 2 kids, very handsome boys. I love them, and then I love my family.
Oh.
Especially my mom and my mother-in-law from New Edbiasi. I love the family so much. I cherish them. May God grant all their wishes. I do love them. I'm so excited to have this family.
Oh, that's so lovely. I hope they are watching you.
Help me to say a very big Merry Christmas to my family. Help me.
Certainly. So a very big Merry Christmas to Mr. Mate's family, especially Sandra Mate and your 2 lovely boys. Your husband says he's very lucky to have you, his mother-in-law. Mr. Mate, you're a very sweet man, actually. Merry Christmas to you. And I pray that in 2025, you're able to make your family even happier, and even you yourself. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Right, a woman, finally. Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
It is not wrong. Don't go ahead and say it. How are you? Good morning. Thank you for calling. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Sorry? I can't hear you.
My name is John.
Your name is?
Joy.
John. Oh, I apologize for that, please. Like I said, when you call, please reduce the volume on your TV set. It makes it very easy for me to hear you and for the viewers at home to hear you as well. I'm going to take a few more calls before I move on to do court today. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning and a Merry Christmas.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Yourself?
Oh, I'm fine. I wish you a Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year.
Amen, thank you, and same to you. I wish you the same.
Thank you very much.
You didn't tell us your name.
I wish to meet you in person.
Oh, but you know where to find me.
Hello.
Yeah.
I wish to meet you in person.
And I'm saying that you know where to find me, right? I work at GHOne TV, so I'm always here.
Well, though I can't hear you well, but let me also use this opportunity to wish my family Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. My mom, my sisters, Kofi, and all my brothers and sisters, and my church people. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for the call. We truly appreciate it. Merry Christmas to your family, your church members, and everyone in your life. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. Many happy returns.
Right, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Please, my name is Cassandra. Today is a friend of mine's birthday. She's called
Cassandra.
Annan. So I want you to wish her a happy birthday for me.
Cassandra, what's her name again?
Veronia.
Veronia.
Please, yes.
Veronia what?
Veronia Annan.
Annan, okay. Okay. Is there any message you have for Veronia?
I want you to tell her I love her so much. And then God bless her for her age.
Amen. Cassandra, right?
Please, yes.
Okay. All right. So, Veronia, Annan, happy birthday to you from your darling friend, Cassandra. She says to tell you that she loves you so much and God bless you for her. Happy birthday to you as well from the entire team, Veronia. We hope that you have a good day. You were born on such, a great day, a day before Jesus was born. You're very lucky and blessed. So happy birthday to you, Veronia. Thank you so much, Cassandra, for calling, and Merry Christmas to you. We have another caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for calling. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
All right, tell us your name, where you're calling from, and let's hear you.
My name is Samuel Batimi. Calling from
Okay.
Obuasi.
Okay, let's hear you.
I want to help me with all my family members, Batimi family.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you're looking very beautiful this morning.
Thank you very much. Oh, we lost him. Yeah, unfortunately, I may not be able to take a lot more calls because of time. But yes, I really appreciate all the calls, and I know that many of you are still trying to call. Don't worry. On Friday, we'll do the phone calls again. And so get ready to call. Share your New Year resolutions with me. That is, if you're going to have any, and what your wishes for the new year is. I'd like to hear it and how this year has been for you. For many of you and us, it has been, some way, somehow. But, we're thankful to God because He keeps holding us down all the time. I'll take one last call before Mutala joins me in the studio. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. Oh, apologize. Sorry about that. But that'll be it for Inside Out. Before I go, once again, a Merry Christmas to you. And if you couldn't call, I am so sorry. But guess what you can do? I'm going to take up time and read Christmas messages and birthday messages from social media. So follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on X, and on YouTube as well. And drop your wishes there because we are streaming live on all of these platforms. That's it for Inside Out. The show, this is GH Today. I am Serwaa Amihere, and it's time for Court Today. I think I'm looking too white on the TV. It's time for Court Today with Butola Idusa.
What do you think is the cause?
No, now it's fine. Now it's fine. You know, usually my mom will watch and then she'll send me a message. You're looking too dark, or you're looking too white. But that's your color. Anyway, Merry Christmas to you,
Captain. Returns. I don't know how they say it. Merry Christmas.
Well, you can say Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
You can say Merry Christmas. You can say many happy returns.
And then Happy New Year in advance. Also, I saw you interact with the callers and a very exciting moment. And
yeah.
Brunya.
You know.
Yeah, sweet,
but yes. There's one thing that I have learned. This period that maybe as Christians, you're a Christian, right?
No, I'm a Muslim.
You're Muslim.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. So as Christians, we are slowly, losing the essence of Christmas.
Yeah, I think I get you.
That is, the whole essence of Christmas is to get closer to God.
Your family
because we are
well.
Celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ.
True.
And Jesus symbolizes love, forgiveness, togetherness, showing compassion. And we are slowly drifting away from the real purpose.
What is the business of the day these days?
Oh, it's to dress up and go and chill somewhere, which is okay. And then people are having to pay for Jesus' birthday.
Yes. So it's a moment that you see families together, visit and all that. Today is 24, so those will be carrying their polythene bag.
And I really wish that GHOne will play that song. I don't know if he's the one who played it. Obi in cassette 24.
Yeah, it's a song that you have to play.
GHOne, you have to play that song.
Those days when Bronya is coming, you are looking for the next Bronya song. Do we have one this year? I doubt.
We don't, but all of these musicians, they have bangers, as they call it.
Oh, okay.
They have bangers. They have bangers
so
for the
we have
season.
24 of Serwaa, and then there's one other.
Which one?
In fact, so there's quite a lot of them in the system. So if you belong,
do you celebrate Christmas? No.
Once the period is in, you also celebrate,
right? Well, I haven't really been a fan of Christmas for a very long time. I mean, I love Christmas, but that's because I don't do anything. I come to work. I don't go out to enjoy.
You.
So
today is 24, so you're not part of what is happening.
That's the thing. So all my enjoyment is in the studio. That's why I was so excited talking to my colleagues, because that's how far I can get to meet other people, you know.
Of course, yes.
But
certain professions will not allow you. Today, a lot of families are chilling. A lot of families are preparing. They are planning for the Christmas. But you have to be here and work. They watch you and then feel excited. Those people are calling.
I also hear from them and I'm excited. But yeah, Mutala, what's happening court today?
Yes, you've been mentioning Christmas. Now, all institutions are also holding up activities and all that. Last time, EIB, we had our carols night, right? So you were not there.
Oh, I had another engagement.
Okay,
yes.
So, and it was very exciting and all that. And then Ghana School of Law were not left out of the situation. They also had one section. They have a very beautiful event at the Ghana School of Law, and as you can see on your screen, a lot of law students were there. They took part, Bible verse upon Bible verse and all. And guess who were the Sam Nati Judge was there? In fact, justices of the Supreme Court, Justice Samuel Esiedu, Justice Eric Chebafo, Justice of the Court of Appeal, Justice Piaboni, also a justice of the High Court, were all there, and you can see on your screen. Mr. Mano Money was also there as well. And so it was a very exciting moment for the law students. They want to be part of whatever processes are happening, whatever activities are happening to celebrate the Christmas. And guess who was it? The director of the registrar of the school was also present, and the chief justice was supposed to be there, but unfortunately other activities also took her out. But she has in her stead a justice of the Supreme Court, Justice Samuel Esiedu, to also speak to the students in relation to all that have been happening in relation to this carols night. So you notice that when situations like this happen, they read Bible verses upon Bible verses, and Sam George was one of the personalities who read one of the verses. And we are in an election year, so we try to balance officials from Bank of Ghana who came in to read Bible verse. They are, in fact, students, bodies, the SRC. Everything was very spot on. So they indicate that it's also an annual event that they always do, just so when situations. So that is the forecourt of the Ghana School of Law, Makola. That's how a lot of people will refer to it to be a Makola. So that is the front line. Justice Samuel Esiedu, Sam George, and some of the students were there. So there were some beautiful songs, Serwaa. Beautiful songs. The students, some of them mount the stage, and it was so beautiful. When the one that we had at the Accra city, it was so fun. You missed it. It was so fun. Yes, it was so fun. I come and see the dance. Unfortunately, I could not dance. Next year, I'll come back again. You have thrown that challenge to me. And I said I was coming back. As for dance, everybody loved
Was Justice Chebafo there?
Yes, Justice Chebafo was present at that particular function. But of course, during moments like this, these are students, and there's a call on them. The Christmas will come beautiful. Everybody will be celebrating. You're going to be chilling the crowd, be playing, be enjoying. But one thing is certain: don't forget your books. Don't forget your books. And Justice Eric Samuel Esiedu, who represented the Chief Justice, had this message for the student body.
When you are entering law school, you are told that it's a 2-year program. But in actual fact, part 1 is not 1 year, and part 2 is also not 1 year. If you put things together, if you are lucky, it's between 7 to 8 months. And so whilst you drink your water and your juice, make sure that your books are with you, your notes are with you, and from time to time you read through, because in about the second week of January, you come back, and then very soon, Easter will also show up, a little break, before you realize we are in May, and then June is here. And once we enter June itself will invite you to come and write an exam. And so I wish all of you well. I wish all of you Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. And I pray that the Lord God, who has seen us through from the beginning of the year up to this period, will carry us through, even through our exams successfully. God bless all of you.
Justice Samuel is here, the Justice of the Supreme Court, but he represented the Chief Justice at that point. And the court is simple. You are going to chill, have fun, all that, but make sure your books, because before you realize, you think that the course is a year, 2 years. No, there's just few months apart. So make sure that everybody who is down there, but the registrar of the Ghana School of Law, Mrs. Juliet Edweje, has also been speaking. You know, when they called her and mentioned her name, the students were giving her fans. So I know what students are giving you fans. You should be very careful and all that. Let's hear from the registrar of the Ghana School of Law, Mrs. Juliet Edweje.
I stand here on behalf of management of the Ghana School of Law to give this short Christmas message. Xmas or Christmas is about hope, peace on earth, and a time for renewal. And I exhort all of us to keep hope alive. I would also like all of us to ask ourselves this question: what is the difference between celebrating Jesus at Christmas and celebrating the season of Christmas? Are you celebrating Jesus or just the season? Reflect on this. I wish you well. I wish you the best of the season and a successful academic year. The reason why you are here. God bless you. Have a wonderful holiday, and don't forget your books. Those books, not the other book. Thank you for having me.
Don't forget your books, not the other book. Which other books? I'm not sure I'm in a position to tell which other books there are. So the message is clear. Go out there, but make sure you don't forget your books. So that is the message from the registrar of the Ghana School of Law, Mrs. Juliet Edweje. And well, like I mentioned, when they mention her name, come and see fans. Serwaa. I'm sure that if you were there, you would have been giving her fans. And then those who have been giving fans, they know why they have been giving. So the student body, the SRC, Daniel Otain Ewua, has been speaking. You know, the call is that make sure that when you go out there, you do not over celebrate and forget about your book, because you should know why you are in the law school and all that. So I've been asking him, the call is simple: don't forget your book. You, as student body, what do you have to say?
Well, I think that is a message that we always need to remind ourselves of, right? Because the Ghana School of Law, one way or the other, is a top place to be at. You might think that it's just a 2-year program and it's easy to pass out. But we know people who have been here for years, and it's very difficult to sometimes progress from year 1 to year 2 and even year 2 to go out to get called to the bar. So I believe that with the representative of the CJ, His Lordship Justice Esedu, and then the registrar and all the other speakers, they are always on keenly reminding us that we are here for one thing: to get called to the bar. So all other things are peripheral. So that advice is on point, and that's what we always want to hear, just so that even though whilst we are trying to do some of these extracurricular activities, we don't veer off the main reason and vision why we came to the Ghana School of Law.
So that is the president of SRC president of the Ghana School of Law, Daniel Otain Ewua. He says that, look, we are celebrating now, but we won't forget our books. The main reason why we are in school is to study and make sure that we pass. And when you pass, that is where you are celebrated. You are called to the bar at the Accra International Conference Center. You have to be there. If you are not there, then it means that whatever you have done back to zero. You get the point. So once you get that day when that's one exciting thing about the court bar. You are there and they call you. They call you appear on stage. You pick your family. I think that's the day that you see the excitement on the faces of family who come there and all that. And from speakers upon speakers over the years, it's never easy, because I have seen the Chief Justice take time to commend, celebrate the families for taking them through all those hassles. At the end of the day, when you are called to the bar, it's a big honor. So that's in relation to the Cows Night at the Ghana School of Law. And so yesterday you guys were discussing some interesting topic about the election, the dispute about the parliamentary elections and all that. And you note on Friday the incident that happened in court, which led to the EC, the returning officers, going ahead to declare results in some of the disputed constituencies, including those that they had been declared earlier. The Chief Justice has come out with an administrative direction on how cases in relation to parliamentary dispute should be handled at the courts. And in relation to this, the Chief Justice is saying that Saturdays and holidays are moments that the High Court that will be assigned, and the underlying word is assigned, the court that will be assigned to handle cases in relation to parliamentary election dispute should sit on holidays and on Saturdays. And also, the registries of the court will be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's 12 hours, 12 solid hours. And the CJ is saying that, look, this thing took effect from yesterday. Yesterday is 23rd of December. And let me give you what exactly have been captured in that particular directive that the CJ has issued. The first point is that all High Court registries and all registries where any parliamentary election petition or other election related matter shall be filed shall thereafter remain open between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. on Saturdays and public holidays. Number 2, all Superior Court, and all Superior Court has to do with the High Court, Court of Appeal, Supreme Court, all Superior Court judges who shall, and in relation to parliamentary elections, it is the High Court and the Court of Appeal, all Superior Court judges who shall be assigned any parliamentary dispute or related matter shall have the power to sit on Saturdays and public holidays as in the discretion of the judge may be necessary for the expeditious disposal of the case. And then the very last one, the last one made references to the CI and all that. And they said that this directive takes effect from Monday, 23rd December 2024. So that is it for those political parties who think that they have issues with the results that have been declared. Now the way is clear. Go to court if you disagree, and the court will be available even when they are on holiday. They'll be back on Saturdays. They'll be back to deal with the case. So that is what will happen in relation to the parliamentary election that we have seen some dispute come out. The court made an order, granted mandamus application from the NPP side, for which reason on Saturday we saw that this called mass declaration.
Well, you won't be so wrong to say that, because that's exactly what happened. But I think it's a good thing, because it's reduced the tension. Yes, and makes everything fast. Even though, as you call it, that mass declaration that happened on Saturday, I don't think it's going to just die down like that. I expect the NDC to act. Yes, probably place an injunction. Definitely, I'm sure on them being sworn in and then contest it.
When Justice Joseph Eduajima was granting the application for mandamus, one of the things that he pointed out was to the effect that, look, January 7 is just at the corner. Ghanaians cannot be denied representation in Parliament. So, in the view of the court, action, the whole process ought to be expedited.
Right.
The judge was clear on that. So, the judge made the point that nobody should be denied that opportunity to be represented, and those people should be sworn in Parliament or 7 January. So in the coming days, we'll see the step that the NDC will. Then clearly they disputed, or they disagreed with the position of the judge, for which they even went to the Supreme Court. But the declarations have been made, so we'll wait to see what next will be, and whether we'll see the very first challenge being mounted on which particular constituency we'll be looking at. In the coming days, we'll look at that.
All right.
And then the last of it, for some time I've been talking to you about a case, Alhaji Salia's will. And the case was taken, the Attorney General has arraigned some people, including a lawyer Joseph called Adusam. Alhaji Seidu Adams Baba is a chief of Banda in Accra here. Abdullah Salia, many know him to be alias Abdullah Salia Jr., Abubakar Salia, and Said Salia. So the prosecution made a point that they want to drop charges against the Salia brothers, but the case has been recalled. The complainant in the matter, Idris Salia, petitioned the Attorney General, and the AG has called for the docket from the police. It took some time for the docket to arrive, but finally the AG has seized that particular document and is perusing that. Yesterday they were to apprise the court on what the AG has been able to identify by way of the investigation, but unfortunately the court presided over by Akusia Anochua Ejepon is on leave, so the case has been adjourned to February 5 next year. So next year, the issue about Alhaji Salia's will, for which reason Sam, a lawyer, a chief, and 3 siblings are in court. And the police made the point that they want to drop charges against the siblings, for which reason the complainant has petitioned the AG. Now the AG has called for the docket, and they have to review it and advise the court on the next line of action. So that case also came up yesterday, but unfortunately it has to be adjourned. So this is all we have for you in relation to court today, Serwaa.
Thank you very much, Mutulai Nusa. He's our court correspondent, for bringing us court today. You'll be going to the court today, no?
Today, not much is happening.
Right.
Yes, not much is happening.
Not much
So
is happening.
27th, the court will be back. Then 28, 29, then we'll break again for the new year. And then we are back from there. Then all too soon, 7th January is also at the corner. Will you be at the Black Star Square?
To do what?
The swearing in.
No, but I will be working from the studio.
So you'll be at the Black Star Square, but you will be
well, I mean, I'll cover it. If that's what you mean.
All of
not
us,
as an attendee.
Even if you are watching it on the screen, we are all covering it. We'll have the keen eye on it.
Thank you very much, Mutulai. So that's it for court today. Stay with me. Coming up next is Sports Chat with Joel Echampon. Back to the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa. Amihere. It's time for sports chats with GHOne Champon. And he's here with me in the studio. Joel, good morning.
Good morning, Serwaa. Trust you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing very well. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas in advance to you as well.
What have you got?
All right, so today we'll be looking at we call it the New Year. You know, the Bronya games special has already been taking place over the weekend. We'll be giving viewers also what the new year will be rolling out with regards to the Ghana Premier League. We'll also be looking at match day 14 in the Ghana Premier League, a few statistics that had come out after match day 14, and also games that were played in the Italian Serie A yesterday. We'll bring you a few of the highlights also as well in those ones. Let's check out the games that were played yesterday in the Italian Serie A. First off, we'll bring you that of Inter Milan against Como, and then that of Fiorentina as they also lock horns with Udinese.
Good ball for Nico Pass.
Remember, it was the Bronya special over the weekend, match week 14. Let's now bring you match week 14 facts in the Ghana Premier League games that were played over the weekend. Let's check out the facts now. Who was man of the match when it came to after the match week 14 matches that were played. There you have the facts. The matches have been played so far 8 games. Home wins are 5, away wins are just 1, and 2 draws with 20 goals have been scored so far after match week 14, and home goals scored are 40. 14, away goals are 6. So those are the facts when it comes to the match week 14 in the Ghana Premier League. Let's now bring you a few of them. Also, man of the match, who was named man of the match in match week 14. There you have it. Theophilus Collison, Hearts of Oak took on Brekum Chelsea. He was named man of the match. Kelvin Ahiable also got the man of the match in the game between Dreams FC and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Nafiu Sulemana was Nations FC man of the match in their game against Legon Cities. Dalvin Yeboah also was named man of the match when Bechem United faced Samatex in their game in that order. So these were the man of the match winners in the games that were played in match week 14. All right, let's now bring you other facts also. After match week 14, the top scorers, we still have Faisal Chatawe of Nations FC. He is still leading the chart here in Ghana, our top scorer with 8 goals after 14 games have been played in the Ghana Premier League. Albert Amwa, I remember him, he scored the only goal for Kumasi Asante Kotoko when they took on Accra Hearts of Oak in the local derby here. We call it our version of the El Clasico. And Prince Trinibua also has 6 goals together with Nana Kwame Opong of Heart of Lions. Trinibua, obviously with Baseke Holy Stars, he was also part of the Galaxies who played against Nigeria over the weekend at the Accra Sports Stadium. And the man, Stephen Amankona, this gentleman was also part of the Black Galaxies. He has 5 goals there for himself and also for Brekum Chelsea. So these are the top scorers in the Ghana Premier League after match week 14. And then you have it. These are the goalkeepers who've kept clean saves so far. Heart of Lions Lawrence Osei, he's kept 10 clean saves for his side. Aziz Haruna Dari also with Bechem United FC, he has 9. Emmanuel Kobe 8. Benjamin Asari of Accra Hearts of Oak. Remember, that's the top, number 1 for Black Galaxies, the local Black Stars team. He has 7 clean saves, and Masaudu Inusa has 7 saves for Adriana Stars. Well, so obviously the talking point to be why Benjamin Asari with 7 clean sheets keeping for Black Galaxies and not Lawrence Osei with 10 clean sheets for the Black Galaxies. Anyway, he's proven his mettle for the Black Galaxies. That's why he's the number 1 for Ghana's local side. Well, let's now check out the other fixtures also coming up later on. Is called the end of year party here in Ghana. Games coming up on Thursday the 26th, you want to call it a Boxing Day game here in Ghana. Legon Cities will be at the University of Ghana Stadium. They take on Adriana Stars. Baseke Holy Stars will be at the Ampian AAK Stadium. They will be also locking horns with Bechem United, whilst Hearts of Lions will be welcoming Young Apostles in their den at the Pando Stadium. And Asante Kotoko will be at the Babanyara Sports Stadium on Friday. They will be taking on Gold Stars FC. So Thursday games on the 26th Boxing Day, we've got 3 games, and on Friday 27th just a game at the Babanyara Sports Stadium, and on Sunday the 29th we've got Accra Lions coming up against Hearts of Oak in their fixture at the Wafa Park. Kerala United also at the Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium take on Vision FC, whilst Brekum Chelsea will be welcoming Gold at the Golden City Park. Dreams FC, they play their game there. FC Samatex, not too good news also coming in for Samatex. We gather that the supporters of Samatex are asking the owner of the club to either choose between the supporters or the current CEO or the current administrators of Samatex. Something not too good for the former champions of the Ghana Premier League. They take on Nations FC. Top cracker game is going to be there, and in Swaterman FC also will be playing Midiama at the Nana Kronomsa Park in Brekum. Also in actually Brongahafo, not Brekum. All right, so those are the fixtures there for you. End of year party, we call it here in Ghana. But before we go, this is making news already. Remember, we started something here. We've been looking at who might be the possible minister for sports, and we gather a few sister stations have already also taken it up, following our stead, obviously. But these are the names that have come up, the latest names that have come up. Hopefully, we might be seeing the likes of Samson Dean, Herbert Mensah, or Ben Nunu Mensah mounting that particular sports ministry office. Who might it be? Well, Samson Dean, we all know very well that for Samson Zine. He's currently the Africa president for the Paralympics. He's also the national Paralympic president, good sports administrator. We've seen what he's done with the Paralympic team, making sure that they have a new status quo, making sure that they've been ratified even on the world stage. And he currently championing it, being the Africa president. We've seen what Paralympics has turned into currently in the country. Will Samson Zine be the best administrator to fit that role? Well, your guess might not be as good as mine. I'm going in for Benunu Mensah at my extreme right. For Benunu Mensah, he is the current Ghana Olympic Committee president. He's also, has championed a few things with the Ghana Cricket Association. He was president of the Ghana Cricket Association. The Ghana Weightlifting Association also, he was the president. Under his tenure, they won several laurels on the African continent with weightlifting. Under his tenure, Ghana also won several laurels when it came to cricket on the African continent. And they've been doing so well at the world stage also with with wrestling here, with weightlifting actually. So Benunu Mensah also in pole position for that. And then in the middle, for those of you who are latter-day sports people, you might not know this gentleman, but he's also done it well for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. He's done it all when it comes to Ghana sports administration. I'm talking about Mr. Herbert Mensah. He's the current Africa Rugby president. He's the Ghana Rugby president as well, and he is the current Africa Rugby president. Having done all with Kumasi Asante Kotoko, managed Ghana football also. Will he be the best person to fit the sports ministry role? So these are the three that we're shining light on this week, to find out who and indeed whether they might be the three who will be in the pole position to be the next sports minister. Remember, we brought you Randy Abe, we brought you the likes of Yawan Pofuankra, also an A-sports journalist, whether they all can fit in that role. So, news we gather is that Mr. Randy Abe has resigned from Metro TV as the managing director. Is it anything to go by that he resigning is something that, there's in the pipeline, he might be going for that role? Well, most of these people are still handling their positions. So let's see which of them will be the next sports minister for Ghana. That's all, Serwaa, for sports.
Right. Joel, thank you so much. But who do you prefer?
When it comes to sports administration, I would want to go for Benunu Mensah, because the Ghana Olympic Committee, having administrated a few of the, associations when it comes to sports as well. We're looking at sports administration, not just football. So, he might probably get a deputy who's done football well, because football in its whole is not just sports. If you heard the president-elect John Dramani Mahama at the boxing bout on Sunday at the Bukom Arena, he did reiterate the fact that he's in to also support not just football but also sports in general in its entirety. So he might also be looking out for somebody when it comes to sports administration, has the mettle and has the worth to do the job. So it might be between Nunu Mensah and probably Samson Zine.
Thank you very much, Joel Champon, bringing us sports chart. Stay with me. After the break, the guests will join me and we'll get into the conversation. This is GH Today. You're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I'm Serwaa Amihere, and it's time for the breakfast review. I'm joined this morning by Mr. Kwame Jantwa Esquire. He's a member of the CPP, a private legal practitioner. Mr. Jantwa, good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I have a pet complaint.
Tell me.
I don't understand. Good morning to our viewers. I don't understand how, when you are adding a feature to your program, you don't tell us, the panelists. Been here since 6:30. What's the time now? I don't think that is right. I think it's taking things for granted.
We're very sorry, Mr. Jantwa.
I don't think, and it isn't the first. I've complained over and over again. Nobody does anything about it.
I'm very sorry. I promise you that it won't happen again.
That's what they say.
Well, they promised you, not me.
We're going to a new
not
year.
Not me. I didn't promise you.
We're going into a new year.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't
You're
promise
not always
you.
here. You're not always here.
Yes, but
Exactly.
I will speak with my producer.
Yeah. I don't think it's fair.
At all. I
Being with
totally
you
agree.
throughout the year. At the end of the year, you don't even say, oh, thank you. Nothing. It's wrong. Well, it's Ghana, isn't it? So let's go on. If I hadn't come today, will there be a program?
Certainly.
Exactly. So you shouldn't take us for granted. And sometimes I feel being taken for granted.
Not at all.
Because it's wrong.
I'm very sorry about that.
Well, I've got it off my chest. Let's go.
I'm very sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Are you okay now?
I'm fine. I said I've got it off my chest. I'm not the kind of person to hold things inside of me and bear grudges. I have to say it. So I've said it. So let's move.
Mr. Jantwa, I'm very sorry
It's okay.
once again.
It's
and
okay.
I promise you it won't happen again.
Fine.
Okay?
Fine.
Take it from me, especially when I'm on air.
Okay.
And I'm on duty, okay?
Fine.
All right. So let's wrap up the year. Okay? We are likely to meet again before the year ends, but quite a number of things have happened. Mr. Jantwa, and I haven't seen you, so I'd like for you to comment on them. Sorry?
You haven't seen me?
Oh, as in since this
Since
quarter I'm
elections?
about to, yes, since elections, I haven't seen you. Have we?
Yeah,
we haven't.
We have once or twice.
On the show?
Yes, on the
okay,
show.
but that's not what I even wanted to introduce. What happened at the Greater Accra Regional Office of the EC on Saturday? What's my court correspondent termed a mass declaration of seats. I haven't seen you since then.
No,
and I want you to comment on that for me. I'm sure that you followed it thoroughly.
You know, then we're in 2024, and I think this second term of President Akufo-Addo has been very eventful, starting from 2020 right through to the end. Very, very eventful. I don't understand what the EC is trying to do. I don't understand it. So, some constituencies were declared, yes, and then the next thing you see, they said duress. Some of the officers, electoral commission officers, under duress, they had to declare. How can a political party put duress on you, the EC, to declare something that isn't right? I don't understand it. Shouldn't the EC be speaking with their officers to explain what they meant by duress? And a whole electoral commissioner would come and have a press conference and tell us that duress was exhibited at some polling stations. Has she shown us the evidence? If for nothing at all, there could be video evidence, couldn't there? Did she show us the video evidence when she was presenting to the doing the press conference to the public? I didn't see. Did you see it?
No.
And everything is evidence, and she's a lawyer. Everything is evidence. So where's the evidence to show that there was duress? When they police people in the polling stations, what were they doing there? Weren't they supposed to keep order? And when you look at the returning officer mentioning the results, you see all manner of people standing around him, and you ask the question, what are those people standing there for? Should he not be on his own mentioning the results? So what happened? And for me, Serwaa, I think that this thing, It's been one-sided, and it gives the perception, and I'm choosing my words carefully, it gives the perception that the Electoral Commission is in bed with the MPP. It gives that perception, because really and truly, the Electoral Commissioner should be telling those who feel they have been done in, should be telling them to go to court, shouldn't she? Wasn't she the person who told us, was it 2020, who said if you are not happy with the results, go to court? So what's different this time around?
But Mr. Joshua, let me ask you this, because as a lawyer, right, yes, there's that if you're not happy after declaration, you go to court. But what happens when there's an allegation of duress or threat? Does it not, for the want of a better word, deviate what had taken place? Does it not cancel it?
You see, duress in a home setting is different from duress in a public setting.
Okay.
Two different things, especially with cameras running.
Right.
Especially with people around. Especially with journalists taking down notes to report. You ask for evidence. And for me, that is basic. Because the Electoral Commissioner, when she was giving her press conference, she did not indicate that I have seen evidence, video footage. I have spoken to journalists from various media houses, seen the reports they've given, and yes, from all this information that I have adduced, I can confirm that there was duress. Did that happen? Did that happen? She went by what her officers said. But show the people the evidence that you're basing your what did she call it? Recollection on. Show the evidence. Be clear and be transparent about it. And those, and correct me if I'm wrong, those other constituencies that were against the MPP, did she do anything about it? All this recollection, isn't it in those constituencies that MPP, the NDC won?
Yes.
Why so? Were there not others where the NDC too were against some of the ratings that were given, the figures that were given? What was done? So really and truly, for me, I believe that the Electoral Commission should be as independent as possible. And this is where we need to go back to the Constitution, Serwaa. I don't believe that it's the President who should, especially a body like the Electoral Commission that should be balanced with political parties. Should be balanced. I don't think it's the President's responsibility, should be the President's responsibility to nominate. If for nothing at all, the Electoral Commissioner, if for nothing at all, could have called an IPAC meeting, couldn't she? And said, okay, guys, what do you say happened? Tell us your side of the story. And let us all see how best we can handle this. Did that happen? Did you hear an IPAC meeting being called? And one is not sitting here, others will say, Mr. Janto is supporting NDC. It's not a question of support. It's a question of doing the right thing. Doing the right thing. And I don't think the right thing was done. And you see, there are going to be a lot of court cases with this relocation that they have done. Why? Because the NDC people who say they have won, they said on 7th, is it 7th January or 6th January, they're also going to be in Parliament. They're also going to sit there. Is that how we want our democracy to run? I don't think so. I don't think so. And really and truly, if for nothing at all, you will tell me that, the President can't interfere. The Electoral Commission is independent. Yes, they are independent, but when things are going wrong, the first gentleman of the land should be able to say something. He's the only one who can go into any area apart from the judiciary. He's the only one. who can call his people, to book. You say, this is not right. Let's do the right thing. What they've done is the right thing. Would you say, as a budding lawyer, would you say it's the right thing? I don't think so. Others might not agree with me, but I don't think so. The right thing should be done for people to have confidence in the Electoral Commission. The Afrobarometer report, what did it say? It said people didn't have confidence in the Electoral Commission, didn't it? Shouldn't it be the time where the Electoral Commission starts building confidence in the people? Shouldn't it be? Are they leaving where the people of this country have confidence in the Electoral Commission? But who am I to talk? Who am I to talk? The only reason why I can talk is because I'm a Ghanaian and I like seeing things going right. And for me, it's the country. It's not even the individuals, it's the country and how we portray ourselves outside. Other countries that have good electoral systems and good electoral commission would ask themselves, what is Ghana doing? How can Ghana do this? They won't even call the president to. They'll say, Ghana, we are all part and parcel of it. So let's see. There are two that haven't been called, eh?
Yes.
There's the Dom Kwabenya.
Yes, and I think Obuasi East also.
Is it Obuasi East?
One of them. I'm not sure. I'll get it.
So let's see. Let's see. The MPP will not agree, and you see, this is where I find it a challenge. Where things are not being done right, political parties should be able to come together and say, this is not right, Electoral Commission, change it, irrespective of whether it benefits us or it doesn't benefit us. We should be able to say it. We should be able to come together and say, what they are doing here is wrong. Electoral Commission, do the right thing. But we won't. Did they not give this, did Ghanaians not give this country to the MPP in 2016, 2017? Ghanaians voted for you phenomenally and said, you are the ones we feel you can handle the country from this point on. And what did they do with that power they gave them? That today they've been obliterated from the surface of this earth with this election. That should tell you exactly what people feel about their leadership.
Well, I've just seen a statement of a sort from the Electoral Commission saying that recollation of after declaration of results is not new. It has happened before, and it has gone on to give instances where it has happened before. It says that in 2004, the EC, under the leadership of Dr. Farijan, recollated and overturned parliamentary results for the Pru constituency and declared the NDC candidate as the MP-elect instead of the NPP candidate who had earlier been declared winner. In 1998, during the district-level elections in the Dompoase Kukwadu electoral area in the Key district, the commission, under the leadership of Dr. Farijan, overturned an earlier declaration and went on to declare the right candidate as winner. So that is what the EC is saying. Okay, so it goes on that also in 2004, the EC, under the leadership of Dr. Farijan, recollated parliamentary results for Pru. Also, the EC, under the leadership of Dr. Farijan in 2004, recollated parliamentary results for the Toulon constituency and declared the right candidate as winner. Also in 2004, Dr. Farijan led the EC to recollate parliamentary results for the Yape Kusegu constituency and declare the right candidate as winner, and also recollated parliamentary results for the Zabzugu constituency and declare the right candidate as winner. So the right candidates, the two constituencies left are Dom Kwabenya and Ablekuma North.
So let me ask you.
Yes.
The Electoral Commission has cited all these examples. Did they tell you the circumstances that led to that? As you mentioned, you tell us circumstances. As you mentioned, tell us the circumstances that led to what they are quoting. Is it the same circumstances as this one? Is it the same circumstances? I don't know. But did she narrate that there? That at this place, ABCD happened, so we had to recollate. At this place, YXC happened, we had to recollate. Is it the same circumstances as today? And because it happened then, it is right for it to happen now with the circumstances that we're looking at.
So, Mr. Johnson, what would have made it right?
I think the best thing would of the Electoral Commission to say, if you're not happy with the figures that have been given, go to court. Simple. Let the court decide. Take it to court.
What about the allegations of, I know that you said it should have been shown at least. Evidence should have been provided. Videos should have been showed. And it wasn't. But the allegations of threats, made on some of the returning officers. And that is why the results were declared in favor of certain candidates.
Who threatened them? Did they mention who threatened them? You can't just say someone has threatened me and not mention the person's name. And if it goes to court, the court will ask, you claim you were threatened. Who threatened you? Was it the party? And who in the party threatened you? You just can't come and tell me I was threatened and that's it. Leave it like that. You just can't come and tell me. Show me the evidence that Kwame Jantwa threatened me and this is what he said. That made me feel threatened. It looks as if we've just taken such an allegation in the end. That's it. Show me the evidence. Who threatened you? Serwaa, right now, if you walk out of here, you're opening your car and somebody comes up to you and starts threatening you, ask, who are you? Wouldn't you? And take a description of the person, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Even if you don't know the person's name, you take a description so that when you report the police, you can give them a description of the person who threatened you. Have they given us a description of the person who threatened them? Aren't they just saying, we've been threatened? Show us. If your family has been threatened, tell us who threatened you. Tell us who called you, because telephone calls can be traced. Telephone numbers can be traced. So you just don't say, I've been threatened and leave it at that. You've got to be able to prove. If you go to a court of law and you're not able to prove your case will be thrown out. That is why if it went to court, all these things will come out. The returning officers who said they'll be threatened, they'll be in court. And they'll tell the judge that we've been threatened by A, B, C, D, E. Show proof that we've been threatened. Simplicity. And that is why I feel it should have gone to court. It is not in the mouth of the Electoral Commission to scream duress. If there's duress, go to court. The Electoral Commission should even take those who said, they were forced under duress. The Electoral Commission should take it to court against those who enacted duress. Have they? So it makes things look murky, as if there's some agenda being played, and it's wrong. Whatever the case is, the MPP has lost. Whatever the case is, if for nothing at all, the number of candidates the MPP will get in Parliament at this present moment is what, 84?
88.
88. Whoever they add to it, they have still lost. Let's move on. The NDC have majority in Parliament.
But I think that they want
it is because of majority. The two-thirds majority. Whatever the case is, they have majority in Parliament. Two-thirds or no two-thirds, they have majority in Parliament. They are way above this previous Parliament, the numbers in Parliament. They are way above it. Anyway, we live in a country where we don't speak the truth, unfortunately. And we do things that would benefit us and not benefit the country. If we don't stop what we're doing and always bring the country first, this country won't move where we want it to move, unfortunately. Because our personal interests will come before the interest of the country. And those are some of the things that have stopped this country from moving forward. You have been voted by the people. The people say we don't want you. The people say we want this one. But the personal interest, and you see, this is where party politics gets into institutions like Parliament, because the parties then dictate to their parliamentarians in Parliament, and it's wrong. Once you get into parliament, you're there because of the people. You're not there because of only your party. Your party sits behind, but the party can't dictate. And in this administration, we've seen the party dictating to parliament. And it's wrong. It has to stop. Because then after a while, what does it become? It becomes a normal thing and it becomes acceptable. No, it has to stop somewhere. It has to. It has to stop somewhere. And I even expect the speaker to be able to say these things, because he is an independent person handling parliament. He should be, when he sees it, he should be able to say it, that we would not allow your parties to dictate. Not allow. But when the people decide, parties want to overturn the people's decision, and we sit and we look, it's wrong. And the people who have the position to change things should be able to change it. They should be able to say it is wrong. We don't have to do this. We are affecting our democracy, and where we are heading for, it would not bode well for us. So let's stop it, and we should do it together. It shouldn't be one side. All of us should say this is wrong. Let's change it. But no, we don't. And unfortunately, the political parties have been able to whip their supporters into a frenzy, so their supporters don't really listen to what it is that is going on. But fortunately, you know, during this election, before the election, everybody thought we were going to war, didn't they? Everybody thought there was going to be chaos. Everybody thought that this NDC MPP thing, it can create challenges for us. And what happened? God in his own wisdom found a way to diffuse all that. To diffuse all that. And the people have spoken. And the way the people have spoken, Serwaa, all this 8-year thing, we are in for 8 years, is gone. Today, every party is in for 4 years, and the people will decide. The people have now stated that we have the power. Not the political party. You are there to serve us. And it should be advice for every party that comes in and stands. It should be an advice to them. The current NDC incoming government, it should be a strong advice to them that if you come and you don't do what you say you do by the people, you're out. And you see, that was the mistake of the MPP, unfortunately. Because they kept saying, oh, President Mahama, he has only 4 years. He has only 4 years. We 8 years. I have only 4 years. We 8 years. 8 years. You don't have 8 years. You also have 4 years. You don't have 8 years. Nobody has 8 years. Everybody has 4 years. If the people feel that, yes, you've done a good job, then they give you another 4 years. Nobody has 8 years. So it's going to be an interesting time with all the cocktail of things that this country needs to work on. It's going to be an interesting time, and I hope and pray that where the country sits today and where the country stands today, we will put partisan politics aside and try and build this country back. Because you see, this country is not poor. It's the people who have poor minds, fortunately. And we've got to a stage with this election and the results of this election, we've got to a stage where we need to come together and work together. I was watching, somebody sent me a video yesterday of Alan Chamatin going to visit the President-elect. And for me, I thought it was fantastic. Offering his help, I thought it was fantastic. And even I also heard, read about Boache Jakun, who indicated that with the oral thing that President Mahama has put together, he's prepared to go in there, especially on the PDS, to tell them what he knows. I think it's fantastic. And that is what I expect everyone to do. Let's build this nation together. And you hear MPP people saying, let them try it and see. Say they've come, they've won, let them go and try it. They've won, let them go and try it. Forgetting that you are part and parcel of this country. What has happened to this country? Hasn't it affected all of us? Has it affected one side and left the other side? No, it's affected everybody. So I feel everybody should try their possible best to bring country first. And sometimes it starts from somebody sitting in a trotro, drinking sachet water and throwing the wrapper outside onto the street. Sometimes that's where it starts from. So we have to, at this material moment, we cannot go back to the IMF after we finish this IMF thing we've done. We cannot go back to them again. We've got to have a situation where we build the nation and make sure that our finances are very strong, and not give promises that we can't keep because we don't have the money to do it. We should be able to tell the people, my people, we said we'll do A, B, C, D, E, but looking at the state of our finances, we can't do it. And the people should be able to accept, so far as the explanation given makes sense. They should be able to accept. And this is where in governance, you bring the people along with you. As you're going along, you let the people know what is happening. You don't wait till the last minute. As things are progressing, you let the people know. We can't do this, we've done this one, we've done this. No, let the people know. Let the people part and parcel of governance. Because in the end, you come back, 2028, you come back to the people. And if the people have a certain perception of how you have led the country, and you really haven't been able to inform them during your tenure, then you see things like this, where they vote you out and bring another party in.
Well, let's conclude on the NPP, because we're talking about them. Yesterday, they held a press conference and said they were going to set up a committee in January to look into the party's performance in the just ended elections. The president has also said that posterity will be the judge of all the things that he did while in office. Do you agree?
I think yes.
He says that generations to come.
I think yes. The NPP have to do an introspection of this election, because it's painful. It's very painful that after 8 years you get this result. It's very, very painful, and they've got to go in there, and I agree with them, do an introspection and see where they went wrong, and in so doing, let the people know what it is that you did that did not allow you to win. Let the people know. Don't keep it to yourselves, because whatever the case is, when you come into power, you're governing the people, and whatever you do affects the people. So if things have gone wrong and you've done an investigation, let the people know. President Akufo-Addo said posterity will judge him. The results of this election is a judgment on his tenure. That's the way I see it. The results of this election is a judgment on his tenure. Posterity, I'm not there. I don't know when I will die. I don't know in posterity that he's talking about whether I'll be alive or whether I'll be dead. But he should look at the circumstances of today and equate it to the kind of posterity he's talking about. With the posterity he's talking about, agree with $58 million in the hole. The posterity he talks about. With the posterity he talks about, take into consideration the fact that you demolished the country's property based on a discussion you had with God, and you trying to please God for letting you win an election. So you caused that devastation. Hasn't it affected us? The fact that you mortgage quite a lot of things that help this country. Look at debts. ESLA, has it not been mortgaged? The education service, the fund that they have, has it not been mortgaged? Quite a lot of things have been mortgaged. The fact that you went into people's savings and created hardship for people. The fact that you said there was a financial crisis and you couldn't find a better way of keeping those banks and holding the others, the people who manage them, responsible. But what did you do? You cleared everything and made people unemployed. made professionals, taxi drivers. So let posterity judge him if he feels so. You told us you were doing one dam, one district. Or was it one district, one dam? Especially in the north, where water is key. Water is gold. Water is everything. One village, one dam. Was he able to do it? Was he able to? You give every constituency $1 million. Every year or every month? Were you able to do it? You brought a fantastic document, Planting for Food and Jobs. Fantastic document. Read that document. Fantastic. And I'll urge President Mahama to look at that document, because there are good things in that document. Where's the agricultural sector today? Posterity will judge him. Our cocoa industry, where is it today? Once upon a time, we're doing nearly 1 million tons. Where is it today? Posterity will judge him for that. Our oil industry, that brings in money like a tsunami. Have we done exploration to production in 8 years? Posterity will judge him. So, that is the way he feels.
But Mr. Johnson, would you say that Akufo-Addo hasn't done anything good?
I'm not saying he hasn't done anything. He could have done better.
Okay.
That is my argument. Okay. With the amount of money this government got, they could have done far better than any other government. Far, far better than any other government. Far better. But did they? How much did we get for COVID? The dreaded COVID that they talk about. $1 billion. What happened to it? Have they been able to account for it? Have they been able to account for it? What is our debt level today? What was the debt level when they came in? What is our exchange rate today? What was the exchange rate when they came in? Posterity will judge them. So let's see. You see, the president says posterity will judge him. Will posterity judge him in the positive or the negative? When he says posterity will judge him, would it be in the positive or the negative? That one he didn't say. I'm not saying he did do anything. Look, the president said we've done 12,000 kilometers of road. Yeah? In my day, when I used to be in the road industry, in the days of President Rawlings,
he said it will be kind to his legacy. So then
it will be kind.
Yes, clearly he's referring to the positives that he's done.
It will be kind to his legacy. Okay, that's fine. That is his opinion.
What would you say is President Akufo-Addo's legacy, or what are his legacies?
Oh, free education.
Just that?
Free education is one of his legacies, but he hasn't been able to manage it well. He hasn't been able to manage it well. Because you don't talk free education, and parents are still having to tutor their children. And you see, the mistake they have made where free education is concerned, and they used it as a campaign tool, fair enough. But there are two levels of free education. There are those in the rural areas who do what? Who think, yeah, at least right now my children are going to school free. Good, and it's a good thing. The second side is the quality of work in terms of teaching, the quality of teaching, where especially those parents in the urban areas realize that the quality wasn't good. And let me add, they've done very well in terms of infrastructure for STEM schools. That they've done very well. That I'll give to them. From what I have seen, they've done very well on that score. But on the general score, in terms of education itself, and the content and quality of education, and the financing of free education. You see, this particular policy should have been done in such a way that everybody should have been brought in. We should have had a national dialogue on it. This is what we want to do. People, bring your ideas, how we can sustain it. What can we do right? How do we find money to do it so that it is sustained Was that done? It was taken as a party thing because it was a flagship of the MPP. Fair enough, it being a flagship, but you could have brought others in to make it better. I was talking about roads. 12,000 kilometers of roads, the president said they've done. In my day when I used to do roads under President Rawlings, you cannot say you've built a road and handed the road over without road safety devices on the road. They won't even hand it over. It won't even happen. Because once the road is built, you need to put road line marking, you need to put traffic lights, you need to put road signs, you need to put in those areas where crash barriers you need to put crash barriers. A lot of the roads that have been done today, how many of them are marked? Even in Accra here, how many of them are marked? How many of them have street lights? All this needs to go on. In President Rawlings' time, you've got to be able to present the road fully done with all the road safety devices on. Does it happen with this? So you come and tell me you've done 12,000 kilometers of roads, but there are no road safety on it, and you drive the roads at night and it is a death pit. Death pit. Try driving at night around Accra. Nowadays I don't even like driving at night because of the safety. The George Walker Bush Highway, try driving at it at night from one end to Dimples. It's dark. And if you are not lucky and you fall into a pothole, your car is gone. So in as much as you say, yes, I've done X, have you been able to finish it to the satisfaction of the people? I don't think so. And for me, that's the challenge I have with President Akufo-Addo's regime. You had so much money come in. You could have done so much more. The 1111 hospitals that he's talking about, how many have been commissioned? And you know, there was a report, before this 111 thing came into being, there was a report to identify in the health sector what was really required. And that report indicated that it wasn't really hospitals, though. It was equipment in the hospitals, MRI machines, all these blood transfusion machines. We did not have equipment in our hospitals. And that was where the concentration should have been. Did we do it? No. 111 hospitals because it sounded good. Have we been able to finish it? And what did the president tell us? It will be done in 18 months, didn't he? Now, he's telling us that... He said that he will
finish it before he leaves office.
Has he finished it? And Vice President Bawumia says he'll come and continue it. Are you not deceiving the people? If you know you can't stick to your word, at least apologize to the people. We said 111. We said we finish it in this duration of time. However, we don't think we can. However, this is the quantity, the number of hospitals we can finish in these areas. Even if the president said, I'm going to build 16 hospitals in every region, wouldn't he have finished that by now? One in every region. Wouldn't he have finished it by now? What underpins the 111 hospitals? So,
thank you very much, Mr. Jantua. He's a private legal practitioner and a member of the CPP. And I have to apologize to you once again for your earlier complaints and to let you know that the NDC candidates decided not to show up. That's Clement Apaka, I think so. Well, I don't know. I don't know why he didn't come. But he just didn't show up. And I think that it's also very wrong because he has failed to communicate to us why he didn't come for the show. And he is not talking to anyone. He's not picking up anyone's calls. So I have to apologize that we had to do this with you alone. Thank you. Stay with us. After the break, the MP-elect for Asante Achim North is my guest on the show. Stay. You're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I'm Serwaa Amihere. This morning on Hard Talk, I'm talking to the MP-elect for the Asante Achim North constituency who went into the race as an independent candidate and won, actually beats the incumbent member of parliament with over 18,000 votes. Very strange, surprised many people, and he's in the studio with us today. Okay, Frimpong, good morning. And I remember that we went to his constituency, during Voters Connect. And even though there was a lot of support, look, when we came back to the studio, political watchers had said that it was nearly impossible for an independent candidate to win the Asante Achim North constituency because that has been a stronghold of the NPP since the creation of that constituency. And so I'm going to ask you, how did you do it?
Thank you. First of all, I want to say good morning to your viewers. I know people of Asante Achim North, knowing that I'm coming on this big platform this morning, I know that they'll be glued to their TV to watch. So I want to say hello to all of them. I did it by the grace of God Almighty. You were in the constituency, you saw it. You witnessed the euphoria. It's massive. You know that you knew that I was going to win. Maybe someone else could think otherwise, but you said, "Well, you knew that."
Oh, but I'm not the one. The conversation is not between just you and I. But I mean, speaking of euphoria, Dr. Bawumia got the same euphoria, but he still didn't win.
Well,
many other people got the same thing, but they didn't win. What is it that you did different?
Right. Thank you. So I believe it's got to do with the works we did in the constituency. That's the developmental works we did in the constituency. Asante Achim North, that's where I was born. I've been with them for a little while. I know exactly what they need. I know what's happening within the constituency. So I was able to speak to the conscience of people. I was able to make the youth understand what my dreams are and what I'm looking to bring into the constituency. So yes, they did understand every single statement I made to the public, and they just bought into my dream. Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, you said that when your constituency, certainly, and you were very confident of a win, but did you expect the gap?
At some point I did.
You did?
At some point, honestly, I did, because of the feedback we were getting going on the ground. Because you go to certain places and it's like people tell me and my team that, look, okay, don't come and campaign, go back home. Why are you hustling yourself? Why are you stressing yourself? You're campaigning too much. At some point, that was the message we're getting every single place that we go. They said, look, you're doing too much. Go and rest. And some people, or I won't say even some, most women told me how it was going to be a landslide victory. They said, look at what background, you will not be able to mean kind. And so most often we are being told that, look, the number of votes we're going to get will be overwhelming. So at some point we knew, and genuinely when people are speaking, you could tell that these people are being genuine, or if they're fanfooling. You could tell sometimes, unless you don't want to be truthful to yourself. But genuinely, when you go places and people are speaking to you, you could tell from their demeanor. You can look in their eyes and tell if they're being honest with you or they're trying to, please you at that moment. So we knew that indeed
they were genuine.
Yeah.
Okay. Has your MP called to congratulate you yet?
Well, not yet. Maybe this afternoon or this morning he will call. But
have you spoken with him?
No, I haven't.
Okay. What was election day like?
Election day actually was very calm. It was. I remember very well. it was my campaign manager who almost got worked out in the morning because things were not going right the way he wanted it. But I came out of my room very calm. I mean, I spoke to him to, get himself together. I spoke to people who were all scattered around on that day. That, look, where you going? What work are you supposed to do? I started dispatching people to whatever they need to do. And then what did I do? I think I remember checking on the people who were supposed to cater for agents. So I chased them up to find out everything was okay. I started going around all the polling stations to check if everything was also okay. So it was a very calm day. I didn't panic. I didn't feel like the day was any different. It was very calm for me, honestly.
Okay. I asked you about your MP because I've spoken with him after the election. And I asked him a few questions. I asked him about the support because when I came to your constituency, you told me that you supported him. You supported the party as well with a vehicle. He said that they were lies, they were untrue, and that you didn't give him any money, or if you do something to support the party, it doesn't mean that you are giving it to him. If the campaign vehicles are moving and you follow it with your vehicle, it does not mean it is a donation to the party. Is that what happened?
So in a response to what you've just said, I can boldly give you a video for you to play for the whole world to see.
What's in the video?
Well, so the video shows when I was donating a vehicle, a Ford F-150, grey color, right? In a very, very mint condition, with fully loaded with machines, speakers and machines, donating it to him and the party to use as for his campaign, right? Now, Salt FM played a very, very big role in his campaign because he was basically in 2020. He was basically giving the radio to do whatever. He sat on it morning, afternoon, evening. He sent people there every now and then. And I supported him financially as well. I also supported with water, a few other things that it is. People in the constituency know about it, so I wouldn't really. There's evidence. I've got evidence on my phone. It's not.
I'd like to see the video. If you can have them share the video with me, I'd like to play it. But what then, if you had such a close relationship, what made you fall out?
Well, I wouldn't say we fell out, because during the MPP primaries in Asante Achim North, it was me, Frimpong, who is sat here with you this morning. I catered for their breakfast. I provided breakfast on that morning. He is aware, because on that morning, during the primaries, I went to say hello to him. And I was also having my porridge with my sandwich that I made for all the delegates. And I'm sat on national TV. How will my constituents view me if I'm sat here lying? It wouldn't. I'm not brought up that way. If I haven't done it, I haven't done it. But if I have, why not? I'll speak about it. So it's facts there. I wish you had a phone line that people from Asante Achim North, they are watching. I wish you were opening the phone lines for them to call, and they'll tell you. And so, I don't know why he wants to take that route, but it's up to him. So we are all entitled to our opinions.
So you would say then that you were a member of the NPP?
I supported the NPP, yes.
Of course, did you want to ever run on the ticket of the NPP?
Well, if I did, I would have, but I didn't.
Which one is, if you did, were you a member of the NPP?
Well, I was a sympathizer of the NPP.
But you donated a vehicle to the party?
Yeah, we could do it for other people.
As a sympathizer?
Yes.
I see. And you did not ever intend to run on the ticket of the NPP?
No, if I did intend, I would have actually, run on a ticket. But I have not been on any elections.
At what point did you decide to go independent?
This was somewhere in October last year.
Because I'm telling you that you would have run on the ticket of the NPP.
My sister, but I didn't.
Okay, so because when you started your political journey, you'd never intended to run independent. You were supporting a political party. You were supporting.
But I supported the NDC as well.
When?
Oh yes, the people. I mean the NDC guys in the constituency. They know. I supported.
You supported the candidate.
No, the party, and it's what I'm saying is true. During the 2020 elections.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I actually did.
Why?
Did. Yeah, because I'm a businessman, and I feel like, as a businessman, it will be wise for me not to support just one person. There are two major.
Did you donate a vehicle to them?
No, I didn't donate a vehicle, but I gave them money, and they had access to the radio as well. I'm sat on national TV. I can't lie, but it's true. I supported the NDC as well.
But you were more sympathetic towards the NPP.
Serwaa.
Right?
Yeah.
Stay with me. We'll be back with more after this break. You're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa Amihere. And it's Hard Talk. We're talking to the MP-elect for Asante Achim North constituency. If you're watching from the constituency, you have a question for your MP, you have something to say, you can tweet at us using the hashtag GH Today. You can tweet at me as well. But we're streaming on Facebook, on YouTube, and on X. OK Frimpong is my guest. So just before the break, you were talking about the supposed vehicle, and we've gotten the video. Very shortly we'll play it for the viewers to see, watch and draw their own conclusions. But I was asking you that, at what point did you decide to go independent?
Right.
Because I've seen photos of you in the company of NPP members when you said that you served the delegates when they were electing the during the NPP primaries. So you're more inclined to the NPP.
I've been a sympathizer of the NPP.
You don't want to admit, but it's okay. So at what point did you decide to go independent?
This was somewhere October in 2023, last year.
Why?
See, going into politics is a very huge step, and it could be a very slippery road. As a businessman, it was best for me to take time, analyze every single step of this journey I wanted to embark on. Now, I knew that for where I stood as an individual and my relationship with the community, Asante Achim North constituency, if I wanted to go into politics, I would have aligned, or I would have been aligning with a political party. And for OK Frimpong, it would have been, paying monies to a group of people called delegates who were supposedly going to be the people to, vote or elect the leader, who the person who's going to lead that party in the constituency. So, to me, I didn't feel that it was not the time to distribute money to delegates and to canvass their votes or to canvass votes. However,
delegates that you fed, that you provided breakfast to. You had a relationship with them. That's why you provided breakfast for them.
I did.
But you decided not to give them monies to vote for you.
No, but I didn't contest.
Exactly, because you didn't want to give them money to vote for you.
Well, I wanted to. I know that I've always been for everybody, not a particular party. I've always been the people's man in the constituency. When I have the opportunity to help people, I don't look at political colors. I go all out. I don't look at where you belong, what tribe, what party you belong, or anything. I don't do that. And so I thought that if I was ready to serve my people, I want to serve every single one of them and not a particular group of people or not a particular political party. And so with that, and the fact that I felt that it was not right in my conscience to distribute money to a certain group of people for them to vote for me, I decided that, okay, if I have the financial standing to contest, then whatever funds that I've got at that moment, right, I will use it to develop the constituency rather than let a few group of people enjoy it at the expense of over 60,000, constituents or voters.
Was it not because you could feel that the delegates would not vote for you? That's why you decided not to even go in?
Oh, not at all. I have a very, very, very good relationship with the political fraternity in Asante Achim North, be it NDC, be it NPP. I have a very good relationship. So, I never thought that the delegates were not going to vote for me. No. Okay. No. But I just felt that, look, I want to be different. I want to be different. And I knew that it was going to be a very slippery road, but I've always been a winner. I've always been a winner.
There's rumor, because we have been to your constituency, that there was some sort of agreement between you and the incumbent MP that he wasn't going to run for 2024, and that is why he decided to throw your weight behind him. And then he disappointed you. Is that what happened?
He actually told me that, and that was in Parliament. He said that to me in Parliament.
He said he never told you that.
Well,
he said to ask you where you had that meeting.
I've just told you in Parliament. So he invited me to Parliament. Okay. I had a meeting with him and then one other colleague of his. He looked very matured man. That day, that man was wearing shorts, brown, like corduroy-like shorts. I don't remember the top he was wearing, but that was for the man. And basically, the meeting in Parliament was to thank me.
Where? In an office?
In his office in Parliament. At the MP, Loyanda Pekubi's office in Parliament.
Okay.
I'm sort of nationality, and you see, I like to be honest.
I agree. Okay.
There's no point, lying about, and then people will look at you like some.
Okay.
So yeah, he invited me to his office in Parliament, and he gave me his appreciation of how I supported him and all that. I also think that maybe the reason why he invited me, that's that one. It's my own thought. I started speaking, little ill about him on the fact that I've not had any appreciation of him. That is after the election. Okay. I had not received any appreciation from him, and he's not been supportive, especially to the radio station where he had the opportunity to say every time to campaign and all that. So I'm thinking, based on some of the conversations that I had with a few people who were close to him, that was probably why he invited me. I might be wrong, but he invited me to Parliament to say thank you to me, and he told the other gentleman how I supported him and all that. And yes.
And then what else?
And then that was it really. That was it really.
So yeah. He called you to thank you. He didn't call you to tell you he won't run.
Oh, so yes, in the conversation he told me that after the 2024, after 2020, yes, he will support me, and then he will make sure he leave. So basically his conversation was around the fact that he wants to. I will be his successor, and then all that. Even in the video when that day I donated the vehicle to him, he reiterated that as well.
Okay, so you're not a member of the NPP.
I am a sympathizer
but you were willing to succeed and the Apiakubi.
Well, I've been a sympathizer of the NPP.
I see. So, speaking of you saying that if you thought of it that if you had enough funds, you would then go independent to help the people. How much money did you spend on your campaign?
I can't say that on national TV, but
why? But you say you're a very honest man.
I've not lied about it. I said I can't say that on national TV. I've not lied about it.
No, we want to know.
Well, I don't want to talk about it. I don't think it's fair to talk about it.
Give us a fair amount.
No, I won't.
Why?
Because I don't want to talk about it.
Because there's so much?
But elections in Ghana is very expensive. That's all I can say.
Did you spend $200,000?
I will not. I will not.
No, but why? Because the MP elect for Ablekuma North, or is Ablekuma West, told us how much he spent on his campaign.
Him. Okay, from Pong, I will not say it. Okay. But I will let you know that elections in Ghana is very expensive. Very expensive.
Okay. Should we then assume that you will automatically caucus with the NPP in Parliament?
Well, during my campaign, I said to my constituents that I will do business with any government that comes to power. Now, so based on that,
now that NDC has won,
I will stick to everything I said to my constituents. I'm not going to be a trickster. No, whatever I said to them, I will make sure I follow it.
So what does that mean?
That means, what do you understand?
We may be understanding differently.
Well, which party is in power?
So you will be doing business with the NDC?
I should do, yes.
Are you going to defer to the NDC?
Well, I will do business with NDC.
Will you return in 2028 as an independent candidate?
The people of Asante Achim North, I know, will tell me what, because I go down to their level. I am very close to them. They will tell me what to do when the time gets closer.
What would it take for you to caucus with the NPP?
Time will tell. We will see.
If they approached you?
If they do, we will see. We'll see. We'll see how the conversation goes.
Has the NDC approached you yet?
Well, no one has approached me.
But your original plan is to do business with the NDC.
And now, yes, I have to do business with NDC because what my constituents need is development. I want to be able to help bring factories in the constituency for the youth to get work. I want to be able to support the education system in my constituency. I want to support the health system in my constituency. I want to help people. So it will be best for me and my constituents to deal with a group of people or a government who can really support them and help them get what they need.
All right, let's talk, very briefly about your former party's performance in this.
Which one is my former party?
The NPP. In this
so
year's
I've
election.
been a sympathizer of the NPP.
That's fine.
We know,
that's
and
fine.
it's back in the UK.
But you and I know that you're a member of the NPP, or you were a member of the NPP. But it's okay. It's okay if you're no longer a member of the NPP. But you were confident of your victory.
Yeah.
Did you expect the NPP to lose this year's election?
Honestly, at some point, I thought that things could go south. Yeah. At some point.
Okay, but did you expect them to lose woefully like this?
No.
Like the 1.6 million votes?
No, not at all. No.
What would you say from your constituents? Because when we had the conversation about the economic situation and some of the many complaints that Ghanaians have, the MPs from the rural areas or not so urban areas tell us that the dynamics in their constituency is very different, because some of the things that we hear in Accra complain about is different from what those in the villages complain about. So from where you sit and the constituency that you, because I know that you went there, stayed with them for quite a while in the run up to the election. What would you say contributed to the NPP's loss, generally, and also in your constituency?
Well, I wouldn't go much into the general side, but in my constituency, one of the major problems was the MP was not forthcoming. There was basically lack of development in the constituency. I mean, Asante Achimagogo, where I was born, is the capital of the constituency, right? But you could tell when you get into Agogo, and if you're driving, you would ask yourself, I know that MPs are not responsible for constructing roads. I understand that. But you see, if your MP is vibrant, he can help lobby for developments in the constituency. You could tell that basically there was nothing happening in the constituency. I mean, people were complaining of not witnessing what the protocols the MP was receiving, how he was distributing them. People were complaining about it. People were complaining about the fact that the roads, the town roads in Asante Achim, the whole of Asante Achim was in a deplorable state. People were complaining about the fact that there was no single factory or work, a company by the member of parliament that would employ even a single person. People were angry about the fact that the government of the day did their best. There was at least one district, one factory. Our constituency did benefit of one project of the one district, one factory. The factory was sat there not working. There were machines in there. I personally visited the site, and the floor of where the machines were sitting was not even cemented. It was an eyesore. I mean, when I went in there, I got there with two investors from the Netherlands. They wanted to purchase plantain flour and export to the Netherlands. So I went to see them with the. I did go to see the MC with these two investors, and the MC granted permission for us to go and see the site, and it was an eyesore. I mean, they were very, very disappointed. And I recall the MP was telling me how they spent over $200,000 to put that structure there. And I was asking myself, you spent $200,000 and you couldn't even plaster the floor of where the machines were sitting.
But that wasn't his job, was it?
Well, but he's the MC. He's supposed to supervise that.
Okay,
right?
But that's on a national level, on a constituency level.
On a constituency level, yes.
But on a national level, as a businessman, even before going into the elections, what would you say contributed to such massive loss for the NPP?
Well, the loss was a surprise. However, the abysmal loss has been a surprise. However, I don't want to delve into the national part. I want to
Why?
Because I don't want to delve in there. I want to talk about my constituency.
As it stands, you're going to be a lawmaker come January 7th.
Yes, hopefully.
Everything about the country should concern you.
That's true. When that time comes, I will be speaking on the national level. I know that definitely that time will come, and when it does come, yes, I'll be speaking on the national level. But for now, I know that yes, indeed, the government of the day did their best in my constituency. No doubt about that. But the people who were put in charge, or the people who had the opportunity to help for things to get better, they didn't pull their weight at all.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you, find out from you what your plans for Asante Achim North is. But before we get into that whole new conversation, finally, between you and your incumbent MP, he said that he was poisoned. Have you heard?
Well, I did watch excerpts of a clip of when he was saying that, and I felt very bad for him. It's very, very unfortunate. I mean, trying to eliminate somebody, it's not a good thing. And so I do, it's not a good thing, and I sympathize with him on that.
How dangerous is this politics thing?
Well, I'm only now dipping my foot into it, so I can't really say, but I believe in God Almighty. I know that even going into the elections, Asante Achim North, it wasn't easy at all. I mean, spiritually and all that. But I believe.
Were you also poisoned?
No, I wasn't. No, not at all. Not at all.
But were you attacked spiritually?
No. It's. I mean, you get challenges, and but I think it's okay. I've been fine. My team has been fine, and knowing very well how the terrain is in Asante Achim North, going into this election, not being involved in any accident, not having members of your team being hospitalized and all that. I mean, I think that God has been good. So I do sympathize with him. I'm sorry for what he went through, and I don't think it's a good thing. It's very unfortunate to hear that, honestly.
But who would have wanted to poison him, though?
I don't know. Did he say who wanted to poison him?
No, he did not.
He didn't say. You should have asked him.
Well, he didn't say it on this platform.
So I thought that you would ask him. You should have asked him.
Let's talk about your constituency. There are many people who have gone into elections with a very sober, modest attitude and have won. And then after they win, the MPs are no longer accessible. They don't come to the constituency. They don't even live there anymore. They don't help the people there. And I'm sure that you have heard that. Yeah. We as journalists, even sitting here, I know so many of such MPs. Is your relationship going to change with your constituents now that you are an MP?
It wouldn't. My relationship with them is not going to change. However, what I might reduce is my phone calls, because it gets too much. That one, when I go back to the constituency...
You don't think that's one of the reasons they voted for you?
Oh, but at the end of the day, I still have to work. I'm not saying I'm not going to change my number. My number is still going to stay the same. I will be accessible to them.
But you won't pick their calls.
I didn't say I won't pick their calls. I said I would ask them to reduce it. That's what I said. And when I go back,
so that means you won't pick their calls.
Oh, I won't. No, I mean, reducing it is different from not picking their calls. I wouldn't say that.
Like before. No.
I'm not. See, the thing is, they've given me a mandate. And It is a very challenging mandate.
Okay.
I need to be focused. I need to concentrate. I need to really work hard to make sure that for what reason they voted for me, they benefited. Now, all I'm trying to say is I am still going to be very accessible to them, because as I speak to you, I'm going to spend Christmas with them. I'm going to spend New Year with them, right? I'll visit people's homes. Now, whatever I was doing in the previous years before going into this contest is still happening. You know that every year, in the last 9 years, I've been donating to widows and orphans in the constituency. I've not been there in the last few days, but that exercise has gone on, and the widows there in the constituencies, they've received their gifts. The orphans, they've received their gifts. Now, I'm going to go there, spend Christmas with them, listen to what they've got to say, and what they are, we'll interact. We're still going to do that, but sometimes the phone calls, they just get too much, and that, they are my people. I will speak to them, they will understand. I will speak to them. When I go back to the constituency, I'll be on radio, I'll go around, I'll tell them that, look, you have sent me, give me the opportunity to have the space to go and work and bring results. You can call me, but sometimes just reduce it a little bit. That's all. I will speak to them. They are my people. They will understand me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got a message from someone watching saying that, Serwaa, where's the video? Well, we will show the video before we wrap up the conversation. That I can assure you, we have it. But because we've moved on, I would certainly show it before we leave the studio. But finally, for them, how do you intend to balance your work, your life as a businessman and now as a member of parliament?
Okay, thank you. So I have got a very, very strong team.
Right.
I've got a very, very strong team. And we're going to designate most of the business activities to the team members who we believe can make things work, right? While I will be working with the private sector. I've got a few investors waiting to come and help, support, get the constituency up and running. So yes, I will be dealing more with the private sector.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
for coming on the show. Hene Kwame Frimpong is the MP elect for Asante Achim North constituency. Here is the video, by the way, of he donating the said vehicle to the MP Andy Apiakubi.
I hope he's watching.
We're all going to be. Don't worry, we'll put it on social media. Don't worry. I like things like this. When you say this and then there's a counter argument. I love it. Don't worry. Let's watch the video. For your politics, yes. Ain't it so for? Over to Abamo Henry Kwame Frimpong.
Me Sakia 20,000 and come 20,000. They are more here Kwame Frimpong.
Okay, now presidential level. Why not bet Wamano?
Presidential no me a full MPP, but I'm your current MP. Ni subani ni ya woyen wokure ma sate adwom no futi. Ma dwen sesa aya mama kwa kwotwama ye wura mahama. Ma dwen sesa MP no tiseno omunipa kojo ban redu o ma hwe o de sabe fa tiri ho na obuni papa na odonipa nanso MP otisi omunipa eki 2024 ye omu ye wura 25 mi ye change MP no ama ohene aba Kwame Frimpong obeba
na presidential nenswe
any there Baumia no mistake Baumia no mistake okay to about 5,000 come to about 5,000 Baumia
yo yeah that's it yeah that's it. So we've been coming to you live from the Asante Achim North Constituency
and yes bia me kano sebia hantan so aba ye kwato na fi no ye nuanu man DC for ye nuanu man MPP for ezu kukudu eti ye nuanu man DC for ye nuanu man MPP for so na omu nyina gitum say it is not about party sem anymore. Abana ye kwa kotono presidential de sebi obia wo ba bia na koma wa opese to abako
enti wo wa koma we
me pacho ebreni drua we'll get there.
No, but you have all these supporters. Who are you advising them to vote for at the presidential level?
Asante Achim North, I said it initially. Obia niate Sabi, I am not in a position say me na mebe chere obi the onkoyema presidential there be obi aniate to omunim de somewhere.
Now, do you say that, I mean, because Nkofo Kase, because you're probably better from the NPP,
who said that
is why. Oh, but I have done my background checks. You should expect that I would have done that.
I know you're
because
a seasoned
now
journalist.
we are member of the NPP. And I said, yeah, 1 year MPP Nibium. And I yana person standing and independent candidates. And you know, is that the case?
Right, so what me that say? Oh, say, Obianim say you are a seasoned journalist. Oh yeah, you ban journalism. What you can see wumpa. Now, also as I fair, who fair. Now, the one. Na the one say
me patcho kasa
na the one say obia ofia ha the omuti radio, so we have over 5,000 people listening to Salt FM now. Meaning say GHOne and EIB network more platform near very huge. Ebusian forward in Kronkito and Chibebre 80 Amantana man 40 or Reman 40 a front place 80 Aguguti video mutie na the I didn't say say question the cry debut because I be sabi
question is say are you a better NPP candidate?
Thank you, me that say me patriotic. Say obi jina baby eka say okay from point a better meaning the person why the person will make the assumption say me a better about what
because now, you didn't win at the parliamentary level.
whoever is saying say okay from point is bitter. I don't know. Ebia, the person is coming from a certain faction, and they want to create that impression because the last general election 2020, okay from point me, a single individual, me to Ford F-150. When you to nim cars bo Ford F-150 esa the machines egu de ma MPP say omofanya campaign e free onye no kwa MP otisu say me man me bottom sika $300 now
$300
yes me watch me bo $300 and no me the man say onfanya on one the other by eno nya onfa onni onfa ni
$300,000
watch Meba, Pasha
$300,000.
And yet $300,000, but Serwaa, and yet $300,000.
$300.
No, $300. I know, say $300 and ye BPR, but the BPR.
Yes.
Anya Biano, Miss Machaneda, but no one share me that. But Anya Bia Machaneda. Now, and inti wait, let's say, okay, from Pong, and ye better about MPP. There be, and I mean to me better about MPP because some me the bottom sika toka F-150 at the machines a goom. As I'm on muska some fanya campaign, as I'm on t-shirts, I'm on sanitizers, I'm on nose masks, as I'm the radio station sort FM, I'm on say I'm fanya campaign. MP I catch them and say oh or go 2 times oh we are obesha now okay from Pons so ababe boa na say 2 times ni do ya no or no enya scan wako chama delegate e be 200 million 300 million 150 million o we no be jina bontin be sun ye na wako ko chase scam delegate one ni your constituent hwe boys etwi abobo ya okromu ha hwe nipa enya tuma nye okromu ha. Now these guys are so
You're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa Amihere. Let's do some other interviews before we wrap up. And I'm joined this morning by Stephanie Opoku-Darkwa. She's a representative, she's a sales and marketing representative of Easy Paint. Good morning.
Good morning,
good to have you here. So you didn't bring the bucket?
No. No.
Okay, so yesterday we started a conversation about Easy Paints and the waterproof paints that you have. Maybe there's more that you want to add that we probably didn't hear of, because yesterday there was a basket which had a blue paint in it, and then outside of it had some white things. And I was asking your representative whether it's something that you had used to seal the bucket or what was it, and she said it was paint as well. So tell us more about the waterproof paint.
Okay. Thank you, Serwaa, and good morning to all your viewers. So actually what you saw in the basket yesterday is our waterproof or the damp-proof paint. We have an adage in Ghana that says you can use the basket to fetch water. So we use the paint as a demonstration that is the quality of the paint, that if it can seal even a basket, that it can hold water, then it means wherever you have any leakage in your house, whether it be the buildings, whether the roofs, in a swimming pool, our water tanks, our floors, you can use the damp proof for it. So that's basically the essence why we used the basket. And then you can also use it if you want. The way you saw the basket, I'm sure you were happy about it. You can store your fish in them as well. You can use it as a mini aquarium in your offices and in your homes.
Really?
Yes. That is the potency of the paint, not the basket, is the paint. So that is the damp proof you saw in it. And you're talking of the colors being white and blue. So our damp proof comes in various colors.
Okay.
Any color of your choice. And actually, you can use it for every surface. Floors, cement floors, woodens, tiles, wherever there's a leakage, it works perfectly there.
Okay, so can you use it as a paint on its own, or when you use the waterproof paint, you need to go over it with an actual paint?
When you use the damp proof, you need to go. You see, most of our areas here in Ghana, once you go to other our homes, you see the paints peeling off. So damp proof, it's the best paint you can use as your primer.
Okay.
even before you apply the acrylic. Once you use a damp proof on your buildings, you don't use emulsion on the wall. Because if there's leakage or there's dampness in the site that your home is, and you use emulsion on it, trust you me, you're going to have to paint your house every 3 to 6 months. But once you use the damp proof on it, it stays, it catches all the water that needs to have seeped in the building, it holds it and blocks it, just as you saw in the basket. And then you apply on it what we have. We have 2 types of acrylic. We have the matte that doesn't shine, and we have the semi-gloss that is a little brighter, just as pretty as your face. And what happens to it is, once the building is dirty, you don't need repainting. If it's outside, all you need is for the rains to wash, and then the dirt goes off. When it's inside and you have my little friends having to write on it, and you're worried of, oh, the paint is gone, you don't need repainting. Once it's dirty, you just have your soapy water, a damp cloth, wipe it, and that's it. You're good to go.
And yesterday I found out that you've been in existence for many years, over 18 years or 15 years.
Actually, we are in our 21st year.
Oh my goodness. You have all these quality stuff, and many people don't know, or people actually know. I'm the one who probably doesn't know.
maybe you don't.
I'm the one who doesn't know, right?
Maybe.
I see. So you talked about the paint that you can actually, you don't have to repaint. You can actually just wash it off.
Yes.
They exist.
They do.
At Easy Paint.
Yes.
Are they affordable? Because I
Very
understand that you're
affordable.
running a promo.
Very
Is the promo
affordable.
on just the waterproof paint, or it's for all of your products?
Okay, so the promo is for the waterproof, the acrylic matte, and the acrylic semi-gloss.
Okay, what is the acrylic matte? What's the difference?
Good. So you see, let's look at it in like with ladies.
Okay.
So you're doing your makeup, you have the foundation. The foundation doesn't brighten the face. That is a low one. So we'll call that our acrylic matte.
Okay.
That is what you use, and then it doesn't shine. It's normal there, but it's very potent. It protects it. Once it has the waterproof as your primer, so once the acrylic matte goes on it, it's beautiful. But when you have a very busy place, like where children play, where maybe there's oil, where you have a little of touchiness and something, then you can apply the semi-gloss. That has a shiny finish into it. It has a very bright finish into it. I don't know if you recognize that yesterday the basket had a very shiny.
Yes.
Good.
Finishing.
Yes. So the shiny part of it you saw is the acrylic semi-gloss. So these 3 work. We'll call it the triplets. Once you use the damp proof, you're sure to use either the acrylic matte or the semi-gloss. That is how it works.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
But for those who are watching, who are probably like me and haven't heard of Easy Paint and are having problems with dampness and whatnot, what would you tell them?
So I always tell people, once you have a land and you're planning on building and you know how the land is, I would advise that you come to Easy Paints. That is the best place. We can give you best paint quality that will last you a lifetime. It saves you from repainting, and it saves you a lot of cost from your pocket as well.
Right. Any contact number? Forgive me.
Yes. So our office is at Abeka Junction, which is adjacent to the Allied Filling Station, or even closer to Peace FM. You can get us on 0243 707696.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm very grateful. Stephanie Upokudakwa is sales and marketing representative for Easy Paint. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome, Sarah.
Stay with me. There's more after the break. Serwaa Amihere, and I'm happy to tell you that I have one of my favorite groups, musical groups in the studio, and I really hope that they sing, you know, because I've been following them for a very long time, and I really hope that they sing, because if you don't sing, then no interview.
Oh,
it is my show.
So it's not fair.
It is my show. So you have to open the show with some song, you know, with some music. So let's go.
Wuyo nyame won sakrada Mary Santini Wutim hoda na wahine Turi chada na wahine Turi chada wuyo nyame won sakrada.
Wait. You didn't ask me what song I want. You decided to sing your own song. No.
Okay, well,
you didn't ask.
Okay, so what song do you want?
You should have asked me.
About that. What song do you want?
Yes. So you have this choral collection, like it's about some.
Okay.
It's you've seen the one I'm talking about, because
we have to. So
yes. No, it starts with meaning Jinedi, that one. You should have asked me what I want. You just went ahead and started singing your own. No. Please start.
No, that one the group will come and sing it this afternoon.
You promise.
Just for you.
Are you sure?
I'm more than positive.
But will you be at the program though? You should.
Well, you tell me more about the program.
Yes,
and then
we will do that. We will do that.
Okay, thank you so much, by the way. Prince Anderson is former music and productions director, and Archibald Coleman is the Explosion Committee member. You're welcome to the show. Joyful Way Incorporated.
Thank you.
Tell us about your group. Because you've been in existence for so many years.
52 years.
52.
Oh my... That's way older than when my parents met. So I don't think my parents have
older
met.
Than all of us. Older than all of us on set at the moment.
But what does Joyful Way Incorporated do? We know that you sing, but is that just it?
So the main purpose of the group is an evangelistic group.
Okay.
We evangelize through music, and that's basically what we do. We spend time, most of the time, in the schools, on the university campuses. We do some villages and some community outreaches, sharing God's word. That's basically what we do. Our medium is music, and we do that throughout the whole year. So it's around this time that you see us on TV and hear us more on radio. But from January all the way down to December, I can't count the number of schools we've done, the number of churches we've visited, and number of communities we've visited this year. We've been in Kumasi, we've been in Takrady, we've been in Koforidua, and the
so
communities.
You go to perform for them?
Yeah,
or
perform.
preach?
Yes, we don't call it perform. We call it minister.
So basically, we go to say up on top of my head, I can think of Adontin Secondary School. I can think of Abri Girls. I can think of Wesley Girls. I can think of Infants Film School, Ambassador College. So these schools, we go there depending on the availability. We go Friday. Sometimes we come Saturday. Sometimes we go Friday, come back on Sunday.
And you sleep in the school?
Yeah, we sleep in the school.
We experience what they experience.
So on Easter, we do Easter Crusade. So we partner with a church in some village outskirts of Accra, and we do ministry. So we go on Thursday, come back on Sunday.
What form does the administration take? You know, you said it's not performances, it's administration. So the singing, it's singing, and then
singing, choreography, drama.
Oh, you do choreography?
Yes, we
that's
do
dancing.
That's dancing.
The church's way of saying dancing is choreography.
But don't ask us to dance. He can dance.
You said that he could sing and you can't sing, and you ended up singing too. So then, if I say dance,
the joyful members know I'm the last person to dance.
It's been a good morning for you, right? So we can continue having.
But if you do choreography, means you're good at it.
Oh yes, we are good at it.
What kind of dance do you do?
He's begging that.
Yeah, let me beg. I'm on my knees.
No, you are not the one dancing. He's the one.
Yes, he's very good.
Because of this show.
No, generally advertise.
Okay, it's fine. I'll forgive you. But let's talk about the explosion of joy.
Yeah.
How many years have you been doing it, and what is it about?
So if I'll give you a clue.
Yeah.
I have been in Joyful Way. I joined Joyful Way actively from 2004. Okay, so explosion of joy has been before I joined.
So in fact, this year is 50 years we are organizing Explosion of Joy. Yeah. 50 years. This
so
year,
that song that I said I liked, you performed it at
2019. Yes.
At an Explosion of Joy concert.
Exactly.
I see. Lovely. So this year, where is it happening?
It's at the Accra International Conference Center on the 26th of December.
That's our day. 26th.
Every year.
Yes. Every year is for Joyful Way. Everybody knows that.
If this year you can't come, you can plan next year.
Yeah. What
no, she'll be there.
Have 2 shows.
Okay.
There is the 2 p.m. show and then the 6:30 p.m. Okay. 6:30 p.m. Yeah. So depending on your
How long does it usually last?
3 hours. 3 hours per show.
Are you on time? Do you start on time?
We are one of the organizers or music organizers, event organizers that start on time. That you can't take that away from us.
How much
there
does
are others,
it cost?
but yes, we are one of them.
Start on time.
We start on time.
How much?
A ticket goes for 150, and double is 250, and family or group of 5 is 600.
Okay. How much for VIP?
No.
Everybody comes is VIP,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, so 26th of December.
Yes.
But that's on Thursday.
So it looks far.
Yeah, but that's just this Thursday.
Yes, please.
Okay, it's so you have your first show at 2 p.m. and the other one at what?
6:30.
Yes,
at the Accra International Conference Center. Not the other side.
No.
The main one.
The main
yes, one. Yes. Okay. So do you have guest artists passing through?
Yes. This year we have Team Tenti Ghana join us on stage. We have Dinah Hamilton so join us on stage, and we also have Rebirth Ghana joining us on stage. We're going to have an awesome time in God's presence.
And then you will perform, obviously.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. What should people expect as a member of the planning committee?
Oh, so it's an amazing time of Thanksgiving. Okay, so throughout the year, I'm sure we all have our stories and we all have what God has done for us. So we are all coming in to offer our thanksgiving to God. So people should, 1, expect the presence of God, very important. And 2, come and have an experience with you the whole of 2025 till you come back in 2025, December 26th.
What is, that one thing you would say has, come to you as a benefit of joining Joyful Way?
Personally?
Yes.
Personally, I find Joyful Way to be a big family. So I find family. Prince here is family. Should I need advice, corporate, life, whatever, I have somebody in Joyful Way I can follow.
How many are you?
Whoa!
On top of my head will be more than 600.
Hey!
Yes.
On top will be more than.
So let me give you an idea. So we have generations. So if it's 50 years, obviously we have generations.
Right. Yes.
I'm sure Prince and I will be like 4th or 5th generation.
Right.
You get it?
Yeah.
So assuming you have even 20 or 30 people from each generation, it should give you an idea.
Right.
But
presently, the people who are going to be on stage like tomorrow.
Okay, so the whole production will be around 200, but those would be on stage, band, singers, just about 45 or 50.
Okay. But there's a lot of work that goes.
A lot of other people working behind the scenes.
Okay.
So a lot of people in Joyful Way. So I keep telling people that in Joyful Way, you have somebody being in Joyful Way who has never been on stage to sing, but he's working behind the scenes.
Right.
Obviously, as you sit here, you have people who work behind the scenes to ensure that your show is top
smooth.
notch.
Yeah.
So it's the same with Joyful Way.
Yeah, so
we have people praying behind the scenes, ensuring
while
that
the show is
going on. Yes.
Okay.
Ensuring protocol is top notch, everything is on course.
We don't rent anything. If I say rent,
everything.
No, if I say rent, like we don't go for the services of people.
Right.
So ushers are Joyful Way members, protocol are Joyful Way singers, Joyful Way members, everything around the building, around the production are Joyful Way members.
But
you
you
see
don't
some
have a
on
church.
stage.
No, we don't have a church. Joyful is
It's
an
not.
interdenominational
No,
group.
okay. Do you get paid?
No. That's
It's a
one of the
voluntary-
questions, yes, we get every time.
Yeah,
and
I'm also
everybody
interested.
No one is
does
paid in Joyful Way.
would admit you. Or
So
would-
the money that you are collecting, what are you going to use it for?
Thank you very
So
much.
it is for our evangelism next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you pay for a ticket, what you are doing is that you are helping us win a soul next year.
Yeah.
Be able to get a young boy, a young girl to redefine themselves and know their purpose in life.
Right.
So you are just supporting us for our activities next year.
Remember, when we go out there to share with the public, we spend just any program, any school we go to, a minimum of about 15,000. And if you are doing about 20 in a year, you can imagine. And we are not just doing Accra, Kumasi, the Ashanti region is the Central, Western, Volta region. You bus people, we go, we feed, we stay over, logistics, instruments, and all that. So you buying a ticket, this is what you are sowing into. I've got loads and loads of friends who have grown, and they would remind me or tell me I came to their school. I spoke to them. Some have finished university, some are in corporate Ghana, some have even worked with me, you know, where I work and all that. So it's an experience, it's a family thing that we do. That's what we are called for, that's what we love to do. So we are not paid. I would drive all the way to Cape Coast, I'll drive all the way to Kumasi with my own fuel. But I love the message we share to the young ones. When I see them in the university, when I see them working, when I see them on the street, can imagine the impact they have on me. That's something else.
Archibald, let me ask you. Sure. What's the criteria for joining Joyful Way?
Oh, be a Christian.
Be a Christian.
Yes.
Have a good voice.
No. Everybody in Joyful Way.
What if I want to sing?
If you want to sing, oh, come on, you'll be trained.
We'll work on you.
We'll work on you.
Yes, make sure.
But basic thing is that you should be somebody who believes in God, who is born again.
Okay.
That's the basic thing. Every other thing you find it in there. So when you come in, we have something we call the School of Ministry.
Yeah.
Okay, so that kind of reorients you into the things of the ministry. You are taught what we do, how we do it, and most importantly, you are taught the Bible. Yeah, you are taught the Bible. So we have people in Joyful Way who are media people.
Oh, right.
So they don't sing. We have people who do choreography. We have people whose sole aim is prayer and counseling. Then you have the music people.
And
Yes.
we have people who are there also to check on our health. We've got medical doctors who go with us just to make, they are part of the ministry, but they are just there for health concerns and all that. It's what they love doing.
All right.
So everybody will fit in.
Okay. Well, that's
So once Serwaa joins us,
you just have to be committed and you have to sacrifice.
Let me add
So Serwaa is coming, right?
Yes, and probably should be the MC for most of our events.
Yes.
I like that.
We'll take her to one of the secondary schools next year.
Yes.
Oh, that
Would
I
you
would
want
love to
go?
go.
Yes. Yeah.
That I would love to.
Mr.
But I
President,
like the
please.
two of you
Serwaa
because you are
says-
very engaging guests. You know, these are the kind of guests that I like to have on my show. You know, they talk, they like talking on their own, so it makes my job very easy. But thank you so much, you know, for coming on the show, both of you. Prince Anderson, he's a former music and productions director, and Archibald Coleman is an Explosion Committee member. Do you have people who like are on TV as well? Because I think the two of you are good candidates for TV. They really like talking. Thank you so much.
Well, maybe we'll come for
Just
coaching.
you see.
But so we forgot one important thing. We forgot one important thing. We don't do some of these things just on our own. We get support from corporate
So
Ghana.
let's give shout out.
Yeah, let's give shout out to IT Consortium, to Stanbic Bank being our major sponsors. Let me also quickly mention EcoBank Ghana, Type Company, Enterprise Life, and His Majesty Phones. They've been of tremendous support to us.
His Majesty Phones.
Yes.
I want to ask you a question, but they will surcharge me, so it's okay.
So that one will behind the scenes. Then let's also thank GHOne. You guys have also been instrumental in our media engagement and all that. Thank you so much.
You won't thank your members.
And before you go, please.
Definitely we'll do that.
You need to go to
myjoyfulwayinc.com.
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 Yes.
Yes.
INC. myjoyfulwayinc.com.
Yes.
You know, when I was young, right, and I was listening to Joyful Way and watching, there was this woman. She's dark. Well,
Josephine.
I don't know her name.
Josephine.
And I loved her so much. I don't know. I think so, and I think so.
Mama Jo.
And is she still with you? That
She still with us.
comes around.
Yes, she still comes around. She's the MD for EcoBank Kenya.
I'm sure because of his work and stuff, she's not able
so she's no longer around.
Yes.
She comes around.
Oh. But you see, that's how long I've been listening. Thank you so much.
The reason we say we are taking you on our school outreach.
Oh yeah. I'll be honored to join you.
Sure.
Awesome.
So we'll talk about it. Thank you so much for coming on the
Thank
show.
you.
Stay
Thank
with
you.
me. After the break, I'll be talking to another talkative, Lateef Abubakar. So don't go away. Welcome back to the show. I told you that I'm going to be talking to some other person who can equally do my job. So I might as well just hand over the show to him. Lateef Abubakar. He's a playwright. You love his plays. We all do. Lateef, good morning. It's good to see you. That's how you didn't add me to your play.
Wow.
You know, I told you that I have...
The best way to defend is what? To attack. That's what you're doing.
Lateef, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas
it's good
to you and to your viewers. Yeah.
So what's happening this Christmas? What are your plans?
Something amazing for Africa. I mean, something amazing made in Africa for the world. It's Africa's biggest cultural night, the African Festival. So it's a 3-day event from the 28th, 29th to the 30th of December.
Okay.
Actually, it's a festival that has 2 parts: the outdoor experience and the indoor experience.
Okay.
Mostly the indoor experiences are the headline shows.
Okay.
So on the 28th, we're putting together Europe's first ever novel, which has been adapted on stage.
Okay.
So the first ever novel in Europe, which was birthed 500 years ago, is that Don Quixote.
Okay.
And we have now Don Quixote Africa. So Don Quixote Africa, it's an Afrocentric version of the novel Don Quixote. Don Quixote is actually touted as one of the most read books in the world. In fact, sometimes it's argued as the second most read book aside the Bible. It's a big deal. The stage version will be premiered for the first time in Accra on the 28th. Then on the 29th, we have Ghana Must Go. Ghana Must Go is also a hilarious stage play that tells the story about Ghana. Everybody would like to experience it because you will see yourself in Ghana Must Go.
Right.
And then the final day, which is the 30th, has the Afro Night concert featuring the legendary Yvonne Chaka Chaka. Oh yes, all the way from South Africa. She's coming back to Ghana. She loves Ghana. And then also on the bill we have Besa
from the iconic Osibisa band.
Okay.
We also have the Amanziba Nat Brew. We also have the 4-time Grammy Award nominee
Rocky
Dawuni also performing, and the Adaha band also performing on the evening of the 30th. That is for the headline events. There's a lot happening outdoors too as well. For people who have not experienced Africa, this is the place to experience Africa. From the food, if you want to have a feel of the Nigerian, Senegalese, Ghana jollof and compare, you can have that at the African Festival.
And where is this happening?
At the Accra International Conference Center and its environment.
When? From the 28th?
From the 28th, 29th to 30th of December. So it's a 3-day experience.
Wow.
Again, for people who have not witnessed the Pyramid of Giza in Egypt, we're building a miniature of the Pyramid of Giza.
Oh, wow.
And it will be placed on a desert with camels on the desert. So you ride the camels on the desert and move to the pyramid. When you get to the pyramid, you can enter and listen to the story of the pyramid. For those who have not witnessed the Laribanga Mosque, you have a miniature of the Laribanga Mosque where you can enter and listen to the story of the Laribanga Mosque.
All of this is happening in Ghana.
A lot of this is happening in Ghana. The Nelson Mandela capture site is an iconic site in South Africa. A lot of tourists go there. For people who have not experienced it, we'll build it here.
Where you have a huge building of Nelson Mandela
at
Sandton.
Exactly. So that will be done here for you to experience and listen to the story of the Nelson Mandela too as well. We also have the Den of History. The Den of History basically is created to tell our stories, our history. It's built with the Shaka Zulu face, and then you go through the map, enter the Den of History. In there, you would be able to interact with some of our Pan-African freedom fighters, like Marcus Garvey, Nkrumah, Nelson Mandela, Julius Nyerere. You get to interact with them. Again, on the right side of that Heroes Park, we have the Badafire side setting, where we have a traditional priest setting that tells the stories of these Pan-African freedom fighters.
That's a lot of events.
So you can interact, exactly. And there's a mini film festival happening too on the side. So 2 films a night at the festival ground. So it's not just about the headline events, which is the Don Quixote on the 28th, the Ghana Must Go on the 29th, and the Afro Night concert on the 30th. But there's lots of experience outside. So the festival grounds open at 12 p.m. so that you can have a lot to enjoy and experience even before the headline shows. For the theatrical performances, we have 2 shows a day. The first show is 4 p.m. The second show is 8 p.m. for the 28th and 29th. But the concert is 1 show. That's 8 p.m.
Wow.
Africa awaits you. This is
How
Africa's
much
biggest
to
cultural
experience
night.
all of this?
So, per day, you pay 250 Ghana cedis per day to have an experience.
That's all?
That's all. To have both the outdoor experience and then the indoor experience. You pay 250 Ghana cedis. And to be able to purchase that ticket, you just need your phone, pick up your phones and dial star 714 star 70 hash. Star 714 star 70 hash. And then you can purchase a ticket. Or simply you call 0571 900 900. 0571 900 900, and you can purchase a ticket to experience Africa's biggest cultural night. Interact with artists like Yvonne Chaka Chaka, Rocky Dawuni, Amanziba, Bisa, and then the Adaha band. Lots of cultural experiences and display will also be happening on that same day.
Don't forget it's happening from the 28th. That is this Saturday.
Exactly. So the grand opening is 28th, and then a climax with the Afro Night concert on the 30th. We are so excited about our sponsors, especially the government of Spain, the Embassy of Spain, supporting us financially to make this happen. We need to believe in the power of cultural art and music. This is actually a social and behavioral change project using cultural arts and music. And I tell you, it's an experience worth living. You will never regret being part of the African Festival.
Well done, Lateef.
Thank you
I'm
very much.
very proud of you, and I would love to experience it. So
you have to.
You'll see me on the
to.
28th
Most
at the
definitely.
Accra International Conference
Most
Center. What
definitely.
time do the gates open?
12. The gate opens at 12 p.m. So there's so much fun at 12, from 12 onwards. There's a place for the kids.
Okay.
So I shouldn't let not forget that. So families can come, and then there's a place for the kids, the bouncy castles, the basketballs, the darts, so many games that people could experience at the outdoor experience pack, basically, for the African Festival. So lots is happening. 28th, 29th, 30th, you need to be at the conference center and you need to experience Africa's biggest cultural night.
Thank you very much, Lateef.
You're welcome.
He's a playwright, and we're inviting all of you. You definitely need to experience it, especially all of these iconic places that have been mentioned for those who may not get the opportunity anytime soon to visit all of these places. Please take advantage of the African Festival and enjoy yourself. Lateef, before you go, I want you to help me do birthday wish. I'm sure that the people would love to. Thank you so much, Lateef, for coming. But there's a question for you. Stacy wants to find out. Stacy is my friend who works at Lancet.
Okay.
She wants to find out if the 250 cedis covers for everyone, including kids, if you're coming with kids.
So kids below 10 don't pay. It covers them. So above 10 years, they have to pay. So kids below 10 years, the 250 Ghana cedis covers the kids. And we are proud. We are doing this proudly with the EIB network, GHOne, and then Star FM are supporting us big time. We are grateful.
Okay. Thank you, Lateef. And thank you so much for watching the show. Tomorrow is Christmas Day. Merry Christmas in advance to all of you. I'll be back at 11:30 with the midday news, by the way. But Merry Christmas in advance to you and yours.